Hebrews, Hebrews, Hebrews. This is Prophets of Awakening. This our it's our men's advanced Bible study night, the 13th of December 2024. Okay, excuse me, I got caught up. Okay, you can go to Prophets of Awakening and check out our videos. We have over 1,000 or so videos that you can look at and examine content in the scriptures. The videos, and that will lead you into the truth of the Holy Scriptures. The next dots for you. And if you like what you're hearing and receiving, I'm asking you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It'll be greatly appreciated. Okay. Our topic tonight is Isaiah 66. That's what we'll be dealing with in our topic for discussion. Okay. And for those that don't know, this is a Non Messianic channel. We deal with the Tanakh and the Torah. Tanakh being the Old Testament, so-called Book of Remembrance, and the Torah is the first 5 books of the Old Testament that was given to Moses by the Lord of hosts. Okay, given to Moses by the Lord of hosts. Shalom and welcome to the channel, and welcome to our men's advanced Bible study. We're going to do our normal, which is a moment of silence, prayer, we have Psalms, current events, and then we have some media note information. Then we open it up for anybody that have any questions or comments about anything. And then we'll go into our topic, which is, like I said, be reading out of the book of Isaiah, specifically chapter 66, and breaking it down. It's ringing like a bell right now, okay? And then from there, we'll close out, okay? So this moment of silence is for the Lord of hosts, and all that he's doing to bring about our prophesied deliverance in these last days, okay? Oh Lord, I pray unto the Lord my God, we make our confessions, oh Lord, great and dreadful God, keeping covenant and mercy to those that love thee and to those that keep thy commandments. As it is written in the laws of Moses, all this evil has come upon us in the land of our captivity, here in the Americas, in the Caribbean, in Africa. O Lord, according to thy righteousness, I beseech thee, let that anger and thy fury be turned away from thy city, Jerusalem, and thy people, and thy holy mountain. O Lord, hear this prayer, and cause thy face to shine upon thy sanctuary and thy people, and for your sake. O Lord, open your eyes and incline your ears to hear and to behold our condition. O Lord, hear. O Lord, forgive. O Lord, hearken and do, and defer not, for thy own sake, for thy people, and your land needs you desperately at this hour. Peace be unto you. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna read the Psalms. Okay. I'll read Psalms 4. Okay. Okay. Psalms 4 says evening prayer of trust in God, right? Psalm of David. Hear me when I call, O God, of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. O ye sons of men, how long wilt thou turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity and seek after leasing? Selah. But know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. There will be many that say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. And I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Lord, only maketh me to dwell safely. So that's Psalm 4, right? The verse I want to shine light on is verse 2. It says, O ye sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? And how long will you love vanity and seek after leasing? Then verse 3, but know that the Lord has set apart him that is godly for himself, for the Lord heareth when I call unto him. So David's telling you right there, when you keep the Most High laws and his statutes and walk in the right or upright path, when you call him, he hear you. Okay. Any comments on that?
No, sir, but all praise. Shalom, everybody. Shalom,
Okay.
brothers.
Yeah, shalom, shalom. Okay. So with that being said, we go to the current events. We got some stuff going on, okay? Play this first.
Our top story tonight on Gravitas is about Syria. Bashar al-Assad is gone and Syria has suddenly become the principal battlefield. It is being targeted by three powers: America, Israel, and Turkey. But what's really driving these moves, and who at the end of the day stands to gain from all of this? Tonight, we break down the major power plays and the agendas triggering actions that could shape Syria's future. A country already battered by more than a decade of civil war that now finds itself at the epicenter of fresh turmoil. The sudden collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime has triggered a whirlwind of chaos as the United States, Israel, and Turkey unleash firepower across Syrian territory. Let's start off with the situation on the ground. You see, Assad's regime has crumbled. He has fled to Moscow. On the ground in Syria, several Islamist rebel groups have emerged, with the rebel group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, emerging as a dominant force. While rebels could consolidate their hold, various countries have moved to swiftly secure their interests. The United States launched strikes against Islamic State targets in central Syria, while Turkey opened fire on US-backed Kurdish forces. Meanwhile, Israel targeted military installations across Syria. And let's not mistake these actions for anything else. These are calculated moves in a deadly game of influence and control. Let's just break it down for you. The United States, through its Central Command, has said that it struck over 75 sites targeting ISIL leaders, operatives, and camps. On the surface, this looks like a mission to prevent the resurgence of ISIS in the wake of Assad's fall. But dig deeper, and experts say you will notice a familiar pattern. America's strikes are about asserting dominance in a region where its influence has waned in recent years. Using advanced warplanes like the B-52 Stratofortress and F-15 Eagle, Washington is making its moves. However, America faces a tricky balancing act, extremely tricky. Its key allies in the fight against ISIS are the Kurdish Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF. But the thing is, Turkey, another US ally, views the same Kurdish forces as enemies. It is opposed to Kurds and blames it for causing insurgency in Turkey and labels SDF as a terrorist group. Major Syrian army air bases that housed dozens of helicopters and jets. The strikes hit the Kamish League air base in northeast Syria, the Shinshar base in Homs, and Akraba airport southwest of Damascus. As you can see in this video, several explosions and heavy smoke billowing after Israeli strikes targeted the ammunition and arms depot of the Syrian army near Kamishli.
Okay. So this video is the Israel, the U.S., and Turkey. They done toppled the Syrian government and ran out the president. And like I said before, all of a sudden, Biden got his snap back. He got his coherent. He coherent now. But he was supposed to have been so messed up that they had to put Harris in his place to run for president. But now all of a sudden, he done made a decision with Ukraine to send for them to start bombing Russia, giving them permission to bomb Russia. Now he in the middle of this right here. Okay, and all of a sudden it's countless back. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Anybody heard anything about that?
Yeah, I heard about it, and it's crazy because they said that president that ran to Russia, he had a big billion-dollar drug cartel going on too. You
Assad.
know, Assad, yeah, he had a bunch of drugs. They was
Oh yeah, I
um
can hear.
yeah, they was making their own drugs too. And like I
Right.
said, we watching the end of it all. You
Exactly.
know,
Right.
and Israel is just capitalizing because Israel want all that land. They starting there, but like you were saying before, they want to take all that land.
Oh yeah, they want the original borders. Then nobody ain't they sleeping on that. They want the original borders, and they want to rule the world for 1,000 years from Jerusalem. But the original borders, okay, that he gave them when they first came out of Egypt. Okay, and then like I said before, what people don't understand is uh, Book of Revelations and all that these Christians going by is fictitious, and but that's what they bringing that to pass what was written. And what the thing about it is, like I said, you got to look at what's going on in Israel. They keep showing all these apparitions in the sky and all that. So that means that if you're going by the Book of Revelations, the temple coming. That's what all this about. You can't get around it. Like I said, they got a flood. They went through all the expense of putting the flood, I mean, a water event on the money. So you know that's gonna happen. So just like this right here, they got to put in. They wrote it in Revelations. They trying to bring it to pass.
And that's crazy you say that because look at all the drones is where that flood's supposed to
Right.
hit too.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna get into that. That's why I'm headed. But I was setting the stage because of all this stuff right here that's happening right now. And I was like, it's a method to the madness. But the average person that just living from day to day don't ain't dealing with the scriptures, ain't trying to find out who they are, nothing. They don't. It's helter skelter to them. But it's a method to this madness. Like I said, the number one thing is look what they're doing in the sky over Israel, and now they're doing it here. What they doing? They showing Jesus in the sky and angels in the sky in America and in Israel. Okay, so keep that in mind. So we're gonna go to this next video. Oh, and this right here is crazy. So let's look at this. All of a sudden,
We always said that Donald Trump would be his own undoing, that his own bad conduct, misconduct, attacking of witnesses, attacking of the judge, attacking of prosecutors would ultimately be considered during sentencing, and how right we were. We got a new filing by the Manhattan DA to try to keep their.
so I want you to check out something right quick before I play this. I was telling you back in the day uh, about J.D. Vance, right? Nobody in 1,000 years would have voted for him. But he the man that's tied to the 2025. Okay, he one of the people that helped orchestrate it. Okay, then after Blue, Elon Musk come on the scene. Elon Musk told Trump to pick. Elon Musk told what's up, man? Elon Musk told Trump to pick J.D. Vance. Now all of a sudden, the court's turning on Trump.
Conviction, hard-earned conviction that they obtained on 34 felony counts against Donald Trump intact, to have the judge either sentence Donald Trump before January 20th's inauguration,
Look at that.
or keep the conviction on the books and sentence him 4 years hence after he comes out of office when his temporary immunity evaporates. There's a huge section in the 86-page brief in which the prosecutors recount for the judge, who I'm sure knows it well, all the ways that Donald Trump.
So let me explain something right quick. I talked about it a little bit before, but I was saying that go back to the scribes and the Pharisees back in the so-called JC time, when you understand who who JC really is, that's Caesarion. He's the son of Julius Caesar and Cleopatra. He came back there and he was Edomites there. I told you the Israelites left in 143 BC. There's Edomites in the land, them scribes and the Pharisees. So what are they? They lawyers. They high-tech lawyers. That's what they do. So they the ones concocted the Constitution. They the ones concocted this whole system that's over here, and they know just how to use it. That's what they're doing right now. They're using the Constitution against us. We ain't had shit to do with it, just like we ain't had nothing to do with Revelations. So you're dealing with scribes and Pharisees, lawyers. Okay?
Abuse the process, abuse the prosecutors, abuse the court system, abuse the judges over and over again, which is a factor as to whether he should have his motion to dismiss on justice purposes granted or not. Confused? You won't be when I'm done with this hot take on Legal AF, the YouTube channel. I'm Michael Popak. Let me break it down for you as a practicing lawyer in New York. How we got here is Donald Trump filed about a week ago a motion to dismiss his conviction. No other way to put it. Not the indictment. The indictment has been converted into a conviction. He wanted to get rid of his conviction because he won the presidency, because he's the president-elect now. Well, not technically. He will be on Jan 6th. And he will be the president on Jan 20. And therefore, everything that happened before he was president should just miraculously disappear like a magic etch-a-sketch. Just shake it, gone. Conviction's gone. Judgments, $500 million judgments against him, gone. All because he won. Now, that's not how that works. That wasn't in the job description for the president when he ran, and that's not what the American people voted for. So he filed his motion, the judge allowed him, and the judge has been holding in abeyance two things. One, he's been holding when he's going to sentence Donald Trump for the 34 felony count convictions to that year or two in prison. He's delayed that decision for a bit. And he's also delayed, Judge Merchan has delayed the decision on whether the immunity ruling by the Supreme Court back in July.
Let me inject this here before I forget about it. So I showed you how those scribes and Pharisees, right, over there in the Middle East, I went to Malachi chapter 1. That's who they are. That's why he told them, I'm gonna judge you in the land of Israel. And they told him, although you run us out of here, we're gonna come back. They came back in 1948. So when you go to I played the video on this. You go back to when they had the crisis with Russia and Cuba with the weapon, they found out that Russia had nukes over there in Cuba, Cuban missile crisis, whatever it was. Yeah. So Kennedy, he said he didn't panic. He didn't panic. He didn't get on no plane. He didn't get in no car and go nowhere. He come out the White House and walk right to the Jews community. These Edomites all around the White House. They got these prestigious communities right there around the White House, around the Pentagon. He walked out the White House to their house. And it's disgusting with him. These lawyers, what they call lawyers. But like I said, go look at. They got a scroll over there in Israel. They got a building shaped like a scroll. All the scrolls that they hoodwinked, they got the scroll over there. That's why they laughing at us, because they telling us to come up with some information. Come up with our, we real Jews, come up with the information. But shit, they the last one was there. They got all the scrolls right there in Jerusalem. They're laughing at us. Because Negroes can't come up with nothing. We got all of it right there. Knesset. That's what it's called.
Affects these decisions or not.
George Washington did the same thing. Jews is right there. And they got jammed up way back in the day when America's beginning. And they ran out of money. Jews was right there. He had to go nowhere. He went right to the Jews community and they fixed it. Same thing with the Cuban Missile Crisis. They've been there the whole time.
It should lead to the dismissal of the case. And I believe his ruling has already been made, and the answer to that is no. Nothing about the immunity decision. Now you're left with this last-ditch effort by Donald Trump to file a paper under a certain provision of the criminal process rules in New York and under CPL 210, which says that under a certain factor analysis, the Clayton factors, we call them in New York, there's about 7 or 8 of them, whether in the interest of justice, a conviction should be overturned. There's nothing in what Donald Trump provided in terms of a rehash, old leftovers of arguments he's raised that have been rejected by appellate courts and trial judges before that would lead to the conclusion that he's satisfied any of those factors. But it required the Manhattan DA to go through each of these factors one by one by one, methodically. And that's why we get to the section I'll go over in a minute. I'll read to you from in a minute, in which they go over all the bad ways that Donald Trump abused the process. Their fundamental arguments are the following: that this is for the prosecutors, that there is no such thing as president-elect immunity under Article 2 of the Constitution, so reject that completely. There's no reason Donald Trump can't be sentenced from now until January 20th when he takes office. The only and it could happen. The judge could do that. Of course, there's whatever he rules in the remaining month and a half is going to be taken up on appeal. That'll delay the sentencing, and we're now into the world of President Trump, unfortunately. And then, so their argument is there's nothing in the case law, there's nothing in the Constitution, there's nothing in the Office of Legal Counsel at the Department of Justice, which is not binding on them because they're a state prosecutor, but it's out there, that would preclude the ability.
This is over our pay grade.
To continue to a sentencing of a previous conviction of a person who now occupies the office of the presidency. But even if you don't like that, the Manhattan DA says to the judge, look, whatever his immunity status is, we could sit here and debate it all day long, when he takes office, it's temporary. It evaporates in 4 years. So you can do one of two things, they say to the judge. You can delay the sentencing. You can terminate these proceedings for now. Keep the conviction on the books because a jury of 12 people worked hard in the interest of public justice to rule on that. Keep that on the books. Make a note that the case is being terminated only for a short period of time, and we'll pick back up with it in 4 years for sentencing. Could do that. Or you could sentence him now, or even when he first takes office, but suspend the sentence, abate the sentence until he leaves. Make it a condition of the sentence that he serve out his term as president and return to being John Doe, so to speak, and then the sentence starts. You could do that. And I mean, against the argument that Trump has raised, oh, that'll put a shadow over the president. That'll make him subject to public scorn and disdain. Well, that has already happened, right? There's nothing you can do about it. He's already been convicted. There's nothing they can't wipe the slate clean. So they're saying that by sentencing him and making him start the sentence 4 years from now, so what? It doesn't undermine the office of the presidency, or keep the conviction on the books, and we'll see everybody 4 years hence. They also cite, I think properly, the Sixth Amendment, which requires speedy trial, including speedy sentencing, that public justice requires and demands that the sentence be imposed, even if delayed, so that the public knows. And a 2-year, 3-year, or 4-year delay is not a problem. They also cite, the Manhattan DA, a doctrine that talks about abatement in case of death. No, they're not suggesting that Donald Trump should die, but they are saying that there is a doctrine or a equitable principle in the criminal law in New York, which says that if somebody was convicted of a crime and dies before sentencing, there's a way to handle that. You abate the proceedings. It doesn't change the conviction, but you make a note that the sentencing hasn't happened yet. So there's a number of ways, and I think what the Manhattan DA is trying to say is what we anticipated on Legal AF, the podcast, that they would say time heals all wounds, and time eventually solves the problem, serves no legitimate purpose, and instead injects fear in those assigned or called to participate in these proceedings. Defendant, this is on page 49, Defendant Trump has engaged in multiple such attacks in these criminal proceedings before, during, and after the trial. While the grand jury was hearing evidence, he began making a series of comments on social media, attacking the anticipated charges and making threats, including against the district attorney. He threatened death and destruction if he was indicted, and posted a photo of himself holding a baseball bat at the back of the district attorney's head. He made other statements about the district attorney, that's Alvin Bragg, being an animal, a degenerate psychopath, human scum, calling prosecutors animals and thugs, referring to multiple witnesses in pejorative and violent terms, threatening years of hatred and chaos and turmoil if he was indicted.
So where this coming from? After all the hoorah, he won, and all the hoorah, where this coming from? Anybody got any questions, comments on that, on the video?
I do, because how I see it is he's not president yet, but to me it seemed like it's gonna, if you want to start what we think is going to happen, it might be overturned for a reason, you know, because Kamala Harris talking about, oh, I see y'all in 2025. You seen them videos? Like something else is about to happen.
I ain't seen that.
I seen it.
Something
Yeah, something about to jump
right
before this man get inaugurated and back in that office.
Yeah, I think what we seeing is. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, Mike.
Yeah. Shalom to y'all, man.
Shalom.
What we witnessing right now is a collapse. We witnessing the collapse. That's what we seeing right now with all of this going on, this turmoil and all of this confusion with these people. We are the ones that are living, observing the collapse of this system, this order, this kingdom, and that's what we seeing. We watching how their politics are turning in on themselves, and they're seeing that it doesn't work. It never did work. So now, when they have an opportunity to use it, they're seeing that it doesn't. It's still not going to work to benefit anything that they have already put in place. So we're watching this house of cards or this glass house collapse right before our eyes. That's what we're seeing.
Okay.
All praise. All praise. Because that's what he said gonna happen.
Right. Anybody else? Okay, yeah. Like I was saying earlier, keep in mind that they want to rule the world for 1,000 years from Jerusalem. So keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah.
They end time, the New Testament end time, and the Torah end time.
Well, like I said, it's actually they doing everything that the angels had already prophesied. They doing it, but they didn't hoodwink us. Like I said in the scriptures, he told us they was gonna hoodwink the book. It says right in the scriptures they were gonna tamper with the word.
Yes, sir. And that's that Albert Pike.
Right. But ain't that part of scripture? Ain't that what they're doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Right. Right. They removed a lot. They removed a lot of it. That's what they done. They removed a lot of information from out these scriptures. I was watching your boy Leonard. It's funny that you saying this right now. I was watching your boy homeboy from Florida. From Miami, I think. I can't remember his name. But he said something interesting. He was like, yo, if they really thought that book that they gave you was going to get black people and everybody else where they need to be, you think they would have gave us that book?
No.
You see what I'm saying? So he's saying, but like you just said, they got all the scrolls over there in Israel, you know, and they got all them books and all them papyri down in the Vatican. You know what I'm saying? So if you really was concerned with letting people live autonomously or righteously, don't you think you would have gave them the information they need if you had it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right. And they already know what they've done when it comes to JC. So like I said, no sooner than you show some kind of apparition over in Israel in the sky, come on, they gone. And that's exactly where we at. So why would you do that unless you got something right now, instantly finna happen because of you showing all these different signs in the sky, him in the sky. You showing them over there in the skies over the Midwest. You showing it everywhere because it's that time. It's the time for the big hoodwinking. It's not gonna work because of, like I said, the Most High prophecies is also in the midst of all that too. For example, this play this video right here. Check this out. Okay. Yeah, here you go. And I got videos on this already.
Now new at 5, the Mid-South is hit by a series of small earthquakes, a total of 7 in just one day. The strongest quake, a magnitude 3.0, was felt yesterday across parts of Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky. Tonight, WRG's Alex Coleman breaks down what the University of Memphis Earthquake Center is saying about so much seismic activity and whether it's paving the way for the long-awaited big one.
At the University of Memphis Center for Earthquake Research and Information, Dr. Kent Moran is busy keeping a close eye on recent quake activity on seismic maps.
This is normal seismicity. It just comes in bursts on occasion.
He's not just looking for the big one, but other quakes around the world and those shaking parts of the Mid-South.
We here at the Earthquake Center help to educate the public, educate the emergency services and everything to be prepared for such events, big or small.
In recent days, what's called a swarm of earthquakes rattled an area near the New Madrid fault line in Missouri. 7 earthquakes shook an area in a 9-hour span.
You've seen over the past few days, one was a magnitude 7 off the coast of Oregon, California, and we've had a spate of smaller earthquakes here of magnitudes below 2. Then the biggest of the 4 that we had recently was a magnitude 3.
Memphis lies adjacent to the New Madrid fault line, an area that includes Missouri, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois.
Well, with any fault zone, you have to have concern because faults do generate earthquakes, and earthquakes at times can be bigger than what we've had.
In 1811 and early 1812, a series of powerful jolts believed to range between 7.0 and 7.77 in magnitude were felt within the New Madrid seismic zone. Some say they formed Reelfoot Lake, even forcing the mighty Mississippi River to briefly flow backward.
Historically, we've not had a large damaging earthquake in this area since the 19th century. The last earthquake that was here near Memphis on the New Madrid zone itself was in 1976 at Moultrie, Arkansas, which was magnitude 5.2. But we've had magnitude 4s and 5s outside the zone that had been felt in the Memphis area.
For Dr. Moran, he says whether preparing for smaller earthquakes or for the big one, the key is preparation and not to panic.
In terms of preparedness, treat earthquakes and seismic activity like you would treat a weather event. The same things you prepare for the weather are the same things you prepare for an earthquake.
Reporting for your news leader in Memphis, Alex Coleman, WREG TV News.
Okay. Any comments on that?
Yeah, not to panic.
Yeah,
that don't even make no sense. How you know how like I'm pretty sure God didn't quake Mount Sinai and Israel wasn't in a panic. Israel, you see what I'm saying? So listen to the talking points that these people say. If I'm seeing a continent or a country being divided by an earthquake, I ain't supposed to panic.
Right.
I ain't supposed to be like, yo, what the hell is going on? Like this ain't normal. Don't panic. Really? Like, right. You see what I'm saying? So you saying, so the things that God causes to happen upon the earth that he created, he make it for you to perk up your antennas and stay right and fear. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't panic, people. Don't panic. If the earth is splitting in 17 parts, don't panic.
Right. And then, like I said before, that's another thing how we've been brainwashed. And he told us that we was gonna come over here, pick up their ways. So this is what we're supposed to be focusing on, shit like this. And then we're supposed to be looking up and dealing with the moon and the sun, them signs. We ain't dealing with that. We dealing with this bull crap. Trump and all they concocted. Just like we ain't even looking at what's going on in the Sahel, Negro land with Mali, Burkina Faso and all them. Them Israelites. That's what we supposed to be focusing on. We ain't looking at none of that. We ain't looking at the earthquake. We're looking at this bull crap they didn't concoct it. You know, they spinning a glowing yo-yo in our face with right hand and doing all the other stuff over here with the left hand. We throw. Okay. Ain't that something?
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right. Anybody on that? Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to my Q&A. Anybody have any questions, comments about something?
Yeah, and they keeping us dumbed down with all of these wars and all this other stuff that's going on. Like you were saying, look to the skies, keep the Most High first in your life, because it's a theater going on right now, and they are performing.
Exactly.
You know, and everybody's watching what they're doing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, I was on social media. I was on social media the other day, and you know, my whole timeline is flooded with this drone shit they talking about.
Right.
Like flooded with this drone, you know what I'm saying, over Jersey and over this place and over that place and all. And the only thing that kept coming to my mind is, yo, it's like they got a bit in our mouth and they pull us left and right on what they deem we are supposed to be paying attention to. And I'm like, well, why y'all think I need to pay attention to this bull crap? You know what I'm saying? When I see what's really going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? So everybody in the uproar about these drones and all that. First of all, they ain't no aliens. I'm sorry to disappoint people. Ain't no aliens. Okay? God hung this earth on nothing. There ain't no aliens out here. That's number one. So, I'm like, you're not gonna fool me with that. This is not Independence Day. It's not that movie, So you want to direct everyone's energy to this, but what's real, like you said, what's really going on with the left hand over there, though? So that's what I'm trying to look at. But if we're seeing it, we're seeing, everything that's going on in the world that they don't want you to pay attention to. So whether it's like people would say, I don't like using the word spiritual, but like people would say something spiritual is happening because it's out of their scope of reality. Are these drones put in the skies to do what they're supposed to do, which is to divert your attention? So we don't know if there's actual beings that are in the heavens, which is what we read about, and they're trying to distract people from observing and seeing these things. You feel me? So from day one, since a youth, I kept my eyes on the heavens. So they don't want people to observe the heavens. So I just to break something down right quick, probably just 2-3 days ago, after this thing got to the height that it got, I went outside around, maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I'm staring up. The moon is over me. There's a halo around the moon, but I'm observing about 2 chemtrails that are right above my head. And sure enough, that next day, the whole cloud was cloudy. The whole sky was just clouds for no reason, no precipitation, nothing fell. It was just a cloudy sky. Chemtrail, right. Chemtrail. You see me? So it was just completely covered that next. So 10 o'clock at night, I'm looking at these lines in the sky. I know chemtrails for years. I've been observing and studying the chemtrail situation. I'm looking at it. These things haven't moved. They didn't dissipate like contrails would dissipate. Nothing. Next
Right.
morning, complete cloudy day. The whole day was cloud.
Right.
No,
Right.
and no precipitation dropping. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So, this is what they've been doing, the cloud seeding situation. So they don't want us looking up. They don't. And if we are gonna look up, pay attention, they gonna give us something to look up at, bro. And so
Right.
therefore you ain't paying attention to what's really going on in the sky. They giving you something to look up in the sky. Because that's the best way an enemy could combat. You see what I'm saying? So, you're
Right.
gonna look that. Well, I'm gonna give you something to look in that direction. So they've been giving us things to look at, dealing with the same understanding and removing what we're supposed to really be observing in the heavens. This is what they've
Right.
been doing from time memorial, man.
Right.
That's why they had that movie, Don't Look Up, right?
Right. Right.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But what dawned on me when you were saying that about the go to the movie. Remember, I can't think of the name of the movie, but the little black chick, they started to rise up. Her name Kiki. You know who that is?
Oh, that movie, Nope.
Yeah, remember that? What you just explained.
Yeah.
What happened was the UFO is they had chemtrails up there, and the guy kept on studying and knowing that it's something up there. The clouds is covering it, and the clouds ain't moving, but it's something behind the clouds. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I seen the movie. I
That's
seen
what
that
I'm saying.
movie.
Right.
You feel me?
And
So that's what I'm saying. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that's what I mean. It's the same energy. So if people pay attention to energy, it's the same energy of Edom when he said we gonna return and rebuild. We gonna return and it's the same energy. You see what I'm saying? It's the same. So they're saying, oh hell no, we don't want you seeing what's there naturally, right? We don't want you seeing what. So we're going to mass produce a product. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank you. And put it up there. And now this is what you're seeing. This is what you're seeing.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
And
that's
same
why
thing. I said same thing over Israel. They that's Project Beam. All that Jesus, they showing Jesus in the sky and all that. Like I was saying before, why the hell would he come just show himself in the sky and don't come down when he's been prophesied?
Thank you.
But that's like I was saying. You had 16 crucified saviors before he came. That's what these people do. They nut buckets over idols. They nut buckets over that shit. We ain't. Okay.
Facts.
So when they showed them that, they already know they're gonna freak out. They freaking out, and you can't anybody when they kind of sense can see them, but ain't no that shit ain't real. Then the angel all this time, all these prophecies, the angels came down, prophesied to Daniel, prophesied all them. Now all he doing is flying up and flying back down. Come on, man, that's crazy as hell. Just up and down. After all he told us, after all we found out about him, he ain't making no kind of advance toward us, toward the earth. He just, all they see is him, an angel or some kind of apparition where he go up and then disappear in the clouds, come back down. JC the same thing. After all you told us about him, that's all he doing? He's just showing us, just appearing, and then that's it? Come on, man, it's garbage.
Yeah, and then I seen a video where they got him walking on the cloud with a staff in his hand. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Walk on over here where we at. Shit, come on.
Right. According to that book, he's supposed to be putting in work. According to what they books say.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then when the next time we supposed to see him, according to scripture, he supposed to be girded about with a thing on his dipped in blood.
Right. Blood up to his paps.
Yeah, not this bull crap. It's crazy, man. And I'm sitting there looking at it. And then another one I mentioned, I don't know if anybody went and checked it out or if they seen it. Did anybody see that season series about the man that fell to earth?
Yeah,
Yeah. I watched. I watched
I
it.
don't have Amazon, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, you know what the plot in that movie was that is the alien came to the earth, took on he had a skin, he put on looked like a human, but he was an alien, and he ended up being a tech giant.
A Negro at that.
He was a black dude, but
Yes,
he ended up
sir.
being a tech giant. He controlled the tech world. He had this new
Mm-hmm.
technology. Ain't that Elon Musk?
Right.
Come on.
It is.
Right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Elon.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much going on that people they're not paying attention to. I said this a long time ago. I said there's no way in hell that this Caucasian is that's intelligent.
Exactly. Right.
There's no way.
Right.
There
And then
Not
has
only
to be
that,
something operating.
yeah, he give you the sign because he quirky. Look how quirky he is. He got gestures and shit that not human. Come on,
yeah,
man.
and
He,
not only
Mm.
that, but then not
go
only
ahead.
that, sorry, Mr. Leonard, not only that, but look at the roster that Trump got. It's like a clown show. You got
Oh, right.
celebrities. I mean,
Mm-mm.
he's all in that. It's crazy how he got it. You
It's
know?
diabolical.
Yeah,
Everybody,
this is going down. And I
yeah,
mean, I
No,
call it a clown. I call it a clown show because of how I
yeah,
see things, thinking like a Hebrew. Now, for everybody else, they may say
Hebrew.
it's good
Yeah,
for the
that's what I'm
Fed and
saying.
everything and all that. But I'm saying I'm
Right.
looking at it in a
Right.
different lens.
oh yeah, exactly. It's
Right.
playing.
That's
It's
the
playing
lens
right
that
now.
you see what I'm saying. That's the awakening lens. Because 20 years ago we wouldn't have said this. 30 years
Right,
ago we wouldn't have said this.
right. You wouldn't even
Like
see it.
like we didn't see that Gates was the same character.
Right,
Feel me?
exactly. Oh yeah,
Gate, tell me how Gates ain't as goofy and quirky in behavior as this
right,
brother here, as this man.
right.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So that's what I'm
Zuckerberg.
saying. That's the awakening, right? You know what I mean? That's the awakening taking place where we can
Oh
now
yeah,
say, "Oh, okay, I see it now." You feel
right.
me?
And
All
then,
praise.
and then
You know?
what? Peak game on this. I don't know if anybody paid attention to it. Like I think it was the middle of the week, maybe Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, it might have been. They had videos with Elon Musk coming out and verifying what Putin said about Black Jesus. Anybody saw that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yesterday, Bill Gates came out with the damn same thing.
Mhm.
Come on, man.
Keep
Let
them
that stuff happen.
niggas right. Keep them niggas where we need to be keeping them
Exactly. They don't need
niggas. That's
Hey,
what you
they
keep
better, you
saying
got to
every day.
stay in
You
Egypt.
know?
Keep them with extra. What he said he took away
Exactly.
from him in Egypt. He took the straw away.
right. Make
There
brick
you
Yeah.
without straw.
go.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, sir.
it's interesting that you saying that because Elon had an interview with the cat Jordan Peterson
Yeah, right.
talking about
Exactly.
Memphis, right?
Right. Exactly.
So what's in Memphis? Memphis got a pyramid, don't it?
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
Bass
Right.
Pro Shop pyramid is in Memphis. So
Right.
Elon said to Jordan Peterson, which was some really cryptic conversation that he had with him, he said that maybe our next God will come out of Memphis.
Right. I
This is
remember
what
that.
Elon said to the brother.
Yeah. I
You
remember
peeped
that.
that. You saw that, right?
I peeped it.
Interesting that he gonna
Right.
say something like that.
That went
Eh,
over everybody's head.
Now,
Yes, sir.
hold up.
Same thing he
Of
was
course, it's
talking to
gonna go out of
Kanye
everybody's head.
West. Remember when he talked to
Right
Kanye
now.
West? The
But check
coach?
it out.
Yes,
Check it
sir.
out. Hold up. This is what I'm saying. Check out how cryptic that is. So where
Right.
did the Lord of Hosts make his name at?
Egypt.
Eh,
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
In Egypt. You see what I'm saying? Yo, it's
Right.
cryptic what they doing, man.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Right. And the crazy part about it is they know he coming, but they gonna be
Right.
just like the football. They're gonna play all the way to the end. You know, they
Oh,
diabolical.
yeah, all the way to the end, man.
That's why he said,
All the
"Who
way
gonna
to the
bring
end.
me down? Who gonna bring me down? I'm gonna
Right,
sit up here as long as I
Right,
can." Like
right.
Pharaoh, he
All the way to
refused
the
and
end.
refused to the end.
yeah,
Right. So it's their turn to tempt him. It ain't ours. You know what I mean? It's their turn. Let them
right,
keep
Facts.
tempting.
It said it's
right.
coming off of us, right? It's
Yes,
coming
sir.
off, going to them.
Like I'm always reading Isaiah 60, right? About the, you know, and they, you know, the average person, they can't see it out there. The forces of the Gentiles being converted to us, right? Play this right here. Check this out. Okay.
Sahel. Shocking. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing good. If you from Jamaica, from America, from all over the world, you want to know about what's happening in Africa for real, you are at the right place. So click on the button. I think it's called subscribe. We talk about most of the things, you know, society, South Africa, Nigeria, Uganda, Kenya, things on the ground, everyday things for the black people. Yeah, the white people are welcome too. As long as you love us, we love you too. Anyway, let's get back on track. We are in France. Here is France. I know many of you think you know where France is. This is where France is. Many they're not very good at geography. Anyway, so Air France loses 65 million euros after being chased from Sahel. This is Sahel. These are the countries of Sahel. You see the
Negro
map?
land.
This is France. Now, how do they lose 65 million? They lost 65 million euros after they stopped doing business with the Sahel countries. So few years ago, France said, okay, we're not going to deal with you anymore. We're not going to fly our airplane to your countries anymore. I'm going to give you context to that. Air France has lost 65 million after its business in the Sahel was disrupted by the ban by cool countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. You remember these countries? I'm sure you do remember now. Now, the ban forced the French carrier to direct its routes to Central Africa with announcement of a partnership with the Gabonese airline. Let me explain to you. So Air France used to fly to these countries. Why? Because these countries are French-speaking African countries. Why are they French-speaking African countries? Because these countries are part of the countries that were colonized by the French. And because of that, they have what they call a special relationship. It's like a father and a son. Yeah, father and the son, when the father actually takes everything from the son, kind of relationship they have. And France used to fly its carrier to these countries very much often. How often? Air France was, in fact, the main airline between Europe and Africa. You believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it suspended its flights to Bamako. Here's Bamako on the map. There used to be 7 flights per week. Okay, here's Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. There used to be 5 flights per week. And here's Niamey, 4 flights per week. On August 7, 2023, after the closure of Niger airspace, the scene of the coup d'etat in July 26, the following month, France classified the capitals of these countries as a red zone destination that it advised its national against it. Did you hear that? So France actually qualified these countries as a red zone and asked its people, its French national, not to go to these countries. Let me get back on track. Now, what happened? These 3 countries were tired of being ruled by France. How were they ruled by France? After independence in 1960, you know, the French said, well, let's go back to France. Let's give Africans an opportunity to rule themselves. The truth was that the French never really left. Okay, so they physically left, but in reality, economically, they were still in these countries ruling and, you know, controlling. The bottom line is that even now, the currency used in these countries, French-speaking countries, you can see them, is printed in France. Yes, a currency that's supposed to be a sovereign property of a country is printed in France. So printed in France and sent to you. That's a technique they use to control these countries. Now, these 3 countries have something in common. What is it? The 3 countries toppled their president. Why did they topple the president? They toppled the 3 presidents because the 3 presidents were puppets. Puppet of who? Puppet of France and Europe. Why? They used to give France and many other European countries access to their minerals for a very cheap price or for a very, you know, specialized contract. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, the people of those countries were going through the most. Let me explain to you, give you context. In Niger, for instance, Niger produces uranium. Uranium is what you can see here. Uranium is very important for development and for technology. Uranium is also what you need to create the atomic bomb. You see this atomic bomb? This is Japan. The uranium used here for the atomic bomb in Japan was taken from the Congo in DRC, in Shikolobwe. But up until now, that uranium has done absolutely nothing for the Congolese people. Same for Nigerian. In Niger, they take the uranium to produce electricity in France. France makes so much electricity with the uranium they buy from Niger that they sell electricity to other countries. You hear that? They get so much electricity by creating from the uranium both at a cheap price from Niger that they sell electricity to other European countries. Now, this is the contract between France and Niger back in time. France used to buy 1 kilogram of uranium from Niger at $0.80 a kilo. And they will pay for the same kind of uranium at 200 euros from Canadians. So 0.80 for the African and $200 from the Canadian. Now you can tell how they think about you, right? Now, when these three leaders from these three countries came, they toppled the president because those presidents were not working for the people. Let me give you another example about Niger. In Niger, they had so much uranium that France had an exclusivity access to it. They produce so much electricity for themselves to sell to Europe. In the meantime, people of Niger, they don't even have electricity for themselves. Sometimes they had to buy electricity from Nigeria. This is Niger, and this is Nigeria. I know some people are confused. Two different countries. This is Niger, this is Nigeria. Yes, you can see the border. They are the same people, but they were divided by colonialism. Now, in Nigeria, they sell electricity to Niger. And I know if you're Nigerian here, you're probably asking yourself, how come they're selling electricity? Because we ourselves don't have enough electricity. Yes, they have electricity for sale. They just don't have electricity for you. Okay? Let's get back on track. Now, when these three countries got a brand new government, these brand new governments kicked out French representatives in their countries. France used to have soldiers, a military presence in those countries. Their goal was to fight terrorism because they proposed, let us come to your country and fight terrorism for you. And these countries say, okay, you can help us fight terrorism. Now, they had been there for decades, but nothing had happened. I mean, just imagine you have somebody coming to your house to help you chase a rat for 10 years and nothing, not even 10 years, for 2 days. You're going to ask for somebody else to come, right? Let me give you an example. You're sick, okay? Your head is sore. You go to the doctor and he recommends you something. You take it for 2 days. Your head is still pounding. What do? You go back to the same doctor? No, you don't. You go find another doctor because there, dude, something is not right here, okay? That's exactly what these three countries did. They turned their face to Russia. Now, the Russians have more access to them than the French, and France is furious about that. So one of the reasons why Emmanuel Macron was up in arms, ready to go fight Vladimir Putin.
There is no consensus right now about sending in ground troops in an official, endorsed and sanctioned manner. But in reality, nothing should be ruled out. We will do whatever it takes to ensure that Russia cannot win this war.
Nous ferons tout ce qu'il faut pour que la Russie ne puisse pas gagner cette guerre.
It's because France is clearly losing its influence in African countries and Russia is taking over. Now, let's get back to context. We're talking about Air France. When French were being kicked out of these three countries, what did they do? They said, okay, so from now on, we're going to restrict the visas from you people. Talking about Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Your people will not come here easily anymore. The visa things are going to be very complicated. That's what they applied. And after that, they said, okay, oh, matter of fact, you know what? The visa thing, yeah, we're actually not going to fly to your countries anymore because your countries are red zone. We don't want to do this anymore. It's dangerous for our people. So the goal was, let me put pressure on these Africans. They're going to shake and say, oh, no, let's cooperate. But the Africans say, not today. So France cut the ties. France stopped sending its airplanes to African countries. Now France wants to return to these countries. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you Africans, we're done with you. You think you know the game. Okay, we don't want to fly our flights over you, and we're not giving you visas. These people stood ground. They did not go begging and negotiate. Few years later, what happening? The French are coming back looking for wings. You know, it's like somebody wants you back, but they don't come straight. They come in, you know, nyoga, they come snake. That's exactly what's happening.
Okay, so let's look at that right quick. I'm in Isaiah chapter 60. He says, arise and shine, for thy light is come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, kings to the brightness of thy glory. Lift up thine eyes round about and see all they that gather themselves together, they shall come, and thy sons shall come from afar, and thy daughters shall be nursed upon thy side. Right here, go right here. 5. Then thou shalt see, and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. If that ain't it, I don't know what is. Any comments?
You think that's it right now?
Right there. Ain't the forces of the Gentiles being converted to back to Israelites? Who was Mali, Burkina Faso,
Yeah. You seen this is what I'm saying. This is an interesting observation, because now that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking how you breaking that down, but what I'm looking at also is, look at how cute Macron is right now. So we about to watch something that's getting ready to it's getting ready to prove everything, right? Prove all things. It's getting ready to prove something, because I don't know if y'all paid attention to what just took place this week or this weekend. Over this weekend, 2 major events. I think you spoke about it last night, or one of the sisters brought it out yesterday, about what the Pope is doing about this door, right?
Right.
Which is a door. It's a door that, listen to how they broke it down now. It's their jubilee.
Right.
Okay. Which takes place, according to them, every 25 to 50 years. So we know that's complete nonsense. That's cap.
Right.
So that's going on. Also, they just did a dedication in France, a rededication to La Notre Dame. Right? It's completely repaired. It's completely fixed. So now everybody that somebody was there. So Trump was there, right?
Right, at that church.
At that church. You understand? Right. And while Trump was there, it was a major situation for Macron to be shaking Trump's hand on camera.
Right.
Why? So people have to look at hustle. When you see hustle, when a hustler know hustle. So we watching him hustle. Listen to everything you just played that this African brother was just, you know what I'm saying, speaking on. So Macron is going to do what Macron can do, which is the best thing he could do, is ensure or remind everybody that he's connected with America.
Exactly.
Right? Now, the way Trump was shaking this dude's hand, it was a way of promoting my dominance over whatever you. So in other words, Macron, you the little brother, you the little homie right here.
Right, exactly.
So whatever you're trying to promote, they're gonna see that whatever you think you want to have happen with Africa, Burkina Faso, and all these other nations that are producing energy, is through America first and foremost.
Right. So you
see
send a message. You send a message to Africa and to BRIC.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So now what we about to see now is, once this nigga is in office, how this actually is going to play out. Now I'm about to look at Africa in a whole different paradigm, because now I'm going to see y'all going to stand 10 toes or y'all going to buckle.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting to see. So I'm gonna find out right now if this prophecy is what it say, that everything is now being converted unto thee. So now, if they do stand, now hold up. If they do stand 10 toes now, I hope y'all understand. There's a lot of shit we gonna have to do over here now, man.
Oh yeah, right.
Hope
right.
y'all
Exactly.
understand that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I said. When you looking at this from a Hebrew lenses, our deliverance is right here. We standing right in the middle. We're in the midst of our deliverance. Ain't no other way out of it, because of, like I said, if you go over there, the Israel, Sahil, that's where the Lord hosts dwell. Come on, the Lord hosts dwell. That's what David keep on saying all through the Psalms. Shine forth. Come on. Then what the Assyrians did? They came to the door, to the gates of Israel, and told them, we're gonna knock this place out. In the morning we're gonna get up. What happened? Come on.
180-some thousand was dead.
Right. You came to their land. You came in his land talking shit, and you don't even know nothing about it. The Pharaoh didn't even know.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't know your God. We don't know the God you're talking about. He ain't in our record.
Right. That's what I'm stressing, is that if people are, hold up, Kels, just let me say this. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, for us that's here, we understand the level of a beacon that this actually is going to represent. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about them over there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're being used for. Whether they Israelite, I don't know. But I just know I'm watching how this operate.
Exactly.
And I'm saying it's a beacon, nonetheless, for us to understand what's really manifesting. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Mike. And I will say I agree with you on that note, because we like the pull around, the rag doll. You know, the next kingdom about to flourish. They need us to flourish. They can't flourish without us.
Right.
You know? So it's a fight for us.
Right. So let's look at that. So let's look at that. Let's look at that from an Israelite perspective, and from what we saw in the past in the Tanakh. Okay, is another flood coming?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Ain't no other flood coming. He already told it.
Nope.
No, ain't no more flood coming. So
fire coming.
Right. So Trump said, "Make America great again." Is that gonna happen?
Hell no.
No, sir. No, sir.
Hey, so they want to go back to Africa and colonize Africa again. Is that gonna happen?
No, sir.
That ain't happening.
No, but they think they need us to do it. But they think that they need us to do it.
Now, understand. No, understand. See, now this is what I'm talking about. That's why how this plays out is so important, because the only other, if we talking how we talking, right? The only other example we have is during the time of Antioch Epiphanes, and we seen what the fuck our people did. You see what I'm saying? So if we're studying this, that's why I say I want to see if they gonna buckle or if they gonna stand 10 toes. You see what I'm saying? So we had the explanation when the abomination that make it desolate done came already. God done visioned us. He done seen it. He done seen what we did. He done seen how it happened. So now history is repeating itself. How we gonna stand now?
Exactly.
How we gonna stand now?
Right.
Yeah. And it's that great delusion too, for them to think that they're gonna continue to use you.
Right.
You know?
We already getting examples. Is Tory dead?
No,
nah,
sir.
they ain't kill him yet.
Right. So any other time he'd have been dead.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
That's true.
Come on.
That's true.
That's
He
a fact.
ain't
That's
knocked
a
his
fact.
ass off yet. Nah, but hold up, man. We intelligent people, correct?
Right.
Well, what powers was in play when Tory came into his power?
Russia and China.
Russia, China. Who the fuck was running over here? You see what I'm saying? We got to look at this whole thing in everything that God gave us, right? Being the priests of everything. Yo, it's our job to sit there and observe how this works. That's why I brought up is look at how Macron made sure he was tucked under the fucking wing of Trump. Y'all got to go and look at these pictures and these videos to see. So what is Macron actually saying to Africa?
Right.
Think about it.
I understand everything you're saying, but like I was saying before, when you go back and look at history, what is the Lord, the Creator, Yahweh? I mean, Lord Host said Himself. So He talking to Pharaoh and everybody. You trusting in your gods. See what I'm saying? You trusting in your gods and got your ass over.
Right. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Look at what they're still doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, that's what I'm saying, Leonard. Even through their ignorance, guess who they still was trusting in? They gods.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Even throughout their ignorance, they gonna still trust in their gods. So
and that's what Donald Trump was doing. We remember he was like you were saying, Mike. He had his hand and he kept bumping it up against his chest. I seen that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I peeped the game. We know what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
What he's doing now. Trump a hustler. Trump a businessman. He's thinking business, right? Macron is thinking, he's thinking business, but he's like, look, I'm coming. That's like Memphis Bleak and Jay-Z. That's like Lil Wayne and Baby. You understand? So he's saying, he's looking at Africa like, y'all keep fucking with me. Look at who I got now.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? This is what he's trying to say to Africa. While Trump at the same time is saying, I hear what you're doing, but now I'm gonna need a bigger cut of whatever goes on between you and Africa, right? That's what we watching play out, right? But now this is where it's gonna get interesting. Now I want to see what the hell Toure gonna do. And now if Toure operates according to what we believe, right? Him to operate, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of us over here now is big boy pants.
Yes, sir. And
you know what I mean?
And from what you just said about Donald Trump, they said today, when I was looking at a video today, the BRICS said they done with the dollar. So they already coming at him. I seen that today. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So it's definitely gonna be, who say they are, for thus saith it's big boy pants, man. It's big boy pants, man. You know what I'm saying? We're watching it. That's what I'm saying. We're watching so many things manifest right now. This is the most interesting time. I don't think so, but it sounds good. So we're watching so many fronts take place right now. You know what I'm saying? For the people of God, right? We're watching so many. So now this is the only way. Like he gonna be like, yo, let me find out who is who. So if you looking at it from that lens, go ahead, Leonard. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What you saying, Mike, is this is gonna be prophetic. This better happen.
I don't
like, you know what I mean? I see what you're saying. We watching it like, hey, you know what I mean? We got to see something jump. I see what you say.
Right, like
I get
if we
it.
go back into the time, like if we go back into the times, right? That's what I'm saying. People don't understand how controversial the book of Maccabees is. Everybody got, but you know what I'm saying? Leonard read this shit so many times, and it's like nobody really sits there and say, damn. You know what I'm saying? Look at the choices that they were faced upon, but it was already prophesied. So now this nigga was so fucking evil. He was so everything he was supposed to be. He put hogs on the altar.
Right.
And if you sacrificed your child, he would murk you and hang your ass.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego was in a situation. They was perplexed. But they said, I don't know if God gonna save me or not, nigga, but I ain't doing what you say. We are coming into those days, man.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. We are coming into that.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So the Lord just 10 years ago, the Lord of hosts wasn't even in play. Think about that. He wasn't even in play. They had thrown him down to the ground. You know, but nobody talking about the Lord of hosts. But now he in play. Now he part of the situation. So what we at right now is it the Lord of hosts? Is it JC? Or is it Allah? Who the fuck is it? That's what we
right.
at now. Just 5-10 years ago, Yahweh wasn't even in the play. Lord of
right.
hosts, I mean.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, you hitting the nail on the head with that, bro. And it's so true. So that's what I'm saying. Now, right? Everything Leonard just said, did this shit have anything to do with whatever fucking camp or scripture, or did it have everything to do with DNA?
Right, exactly.
Did it have, you see what I'm saying? Look at how Leonard just segue that shit. Is it in your DNA?
Right. And JC, right now, he on the chopping block. That's where he at.
For real.
When
Facts.
they play out, are you gonna be able to see it's him? Or you gonna find out it's somebody else?
Mm-hmm. You know your DNA ain't gonna lie to you. DNA ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It ain't gonna lie to you.
And at the same time, he said wood and stone. So they beating up on JC right now. He the bottom of the knife, but the Muslims is still going strong. Right. See what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. DNA. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we've been stressing. It comes right. So knowledge could increase all the hell it need to, but your DNA is gonna respond to that knowledge.
Exactly.
Right. Because if that mosque go down to Jerusalem, we know damn well ain't no Allah.
Right.
And you know what, Mr. Leonard? Another thing is we haven't heard anything else about them cows, those ruddy cows and all that other stuff. I ain't heard nothing else about that.
It's a reason.
Good point. Good point.
It's a reason for it. Like I said, they doing something. It's like I said, it's systematic. They doing something else. They brought you them cows and all that and put it on your mind. But what they doing now? They got the skies over Israel lit up. Think about
while
that.
They killing all the while they killing all them Palestinians.
Yeah, that's only telling you one thing. If you go to Revelation's Day book, it said that look up the signs of the sky. When you see all that shit in the sky, that's when JC coming. Well, who they say they seeing over Jerusalem? JC. Come on.
That's
and
crazy
Mary,
in and of itself.
Mary was on there one time too, a while back in Puerto Rico or one of them countries.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. I mean, like Markel said, like how many converted Jews they got over there that are Christians right now, yo. So that place in itself is confusion. You see what I'm saying? So now they looking for JC. They more Christian than anybody, and people don't get that shit, man. Like Zionists don't give a shit one way or the other because they in cahoots with who this. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. My bad. And they in cahoots with the Catholic Church. Why? Because they swapping these manuscripts and things of that nature to maintain control, to keep the bit in our mouths and turning us left and right. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got no dog in this fight when it comes to thus saith the Lord. You know what I mean? And but if I could keep you believing everything I'm telling you, which is what I've known to be doing for the last 1,800 years to 1,000 plus to 2,000 years and shit, then You know, they ain't gonna fix it because in their mind it ain't broke.
Right.
So they gonna keep.
And then the crazy part about that is what I was sitting there thinking about that. Like you said, they hustlers, right? They slick hustlers like Trump. So you look, just think, look at all the wealth that they done accumulated over these 2,000 years, and how they done lived for 2,000 years. All they doing is they shooting bottle rockets in the sky, hoping that you're gonna continue to believe that bullshit they're saying. And then if we don't believe it, and we rise up and something, you know what they're gonna do? Okay, I quit, man. They're gonna go back in the water where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be no serious fight. But they're gonna keep on and trash you to see if you're gonna continue to be a dumbass. Come on.
Thank you. That is it.
I ain't gonna even put them a fight because you ruled the world for 2,000 years. What I got to lose?
Right.
I'm gonna keep on trying.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna keep trying to dumb you down until you fight back. Then as soon as they see that they can't win, they just gonna walk off and say, "Okay, you got it." Ain't gonna be no big shit. See what I'm saying?
No, to them, because but look what they did already. We have the scriptures. The moment we came out of captivity and went into the land, they got those scriptures just like we read them. So what the fuck happened? They managed to manipulate our asses. So they like, we'll do the same thing with these motherfuckers again. We'll manipulate them again. We'll try them again because they always got to come back and rebuild. So they gonna always think that that's how it goes.
Right, exactly. Like I said, look at what they done. Soon as Trump won in the election, they start sending letters out sending the black folks telling them to return to the plantation. Think about it. So that means that if they see they calling you out, see you dumb enough to go back to the goddamn plantation.
Exactly.
Same thing with this.
That's what I'm saying. With this right here is gonna be a telltale sign because you know how many people are paying attention to what the fuck this. I ain't know anything about Gaddafi until that nigga was dead, bro. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck. Who the hell was really watching C-SPAN and shit, watching Gaddafi talk at the UN back in the day? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But this
brother right here.
Right. Yeah, let's go back to what I was saying about they lawyers. Like I was telling you about. You think, okay, Ukraine. You think all of a sudden the Ukrainian and the Russian war broke out when it did, and then you got the Taiwan and Chinese situation on the scene. Esau already know where all these volatile areas at. Those are perfect for him. When the time comes, when he falls into the ground, he gonna come and pull them cards on all that. Even the volcanoes, the seismic areas. You know where all that's at? Come on, you know where all that's at?
That's fine.
He gonna pull all them cards before he go down. Come on.
That's fact.
That's
what he doing.
I agree with that. Yes, sir.
That's another characteristic of hearts. It can't just Project Bluebeam. They can start earthquakes.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't believe that though. They don't believe they can do earthquakes or
it don't
Project
matter.
Bluebeam can't shoot images in the air. You know, a lot of people naive to those type of things.
No,
they don't believe that they, you know.
No. What I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. We gotta. This is the whole premise. This is the whole conversation that we as Israelites aren't having.
Right.
My movie, I love this movie. What's that shit called? Remember the Titans? Y'all remember that shit? Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I remember that movie.
You know,
I watched it.
Denzel Washington's little daughter, and she's sitting there with that little white girl. You know what I'm saying? And the little white girl's trying to fucking beat her in the head about football. And Denzel's daughter goes, Cheryl, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is where we need to be. I don't care about what they are saying, man. I don't care about what you're saying. I don't give a shit about what you think I'm supposed to believe about what you've been telling me or my ancestors or my forefathers and all of that shit. Nah, man. It's not my concern anymore. Y'all got work to do if y'all want to stay keeping y'all kingdom, and I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm gonna watch whatever you doing to try to keep your kingdom. I don't give a fuck about Kamala, Trump, and all of these drones. I don't care about none of this shit. I am watching what I know is supposed to be taking place. And whether I agree or disagree, you ain't ever asked me before. So why you gonna come think I'm supposed to concern myself with what the fuck you ain't asking me anyway? So no, I'm watching my God do some shit that he always told me he was gonna do. Isaiah 60, Jeremiah 30, Jeremiah 31. You know what I'm saying? I'm observing a lot of things manifested right now, and I'm saying, okay, all I'm looking for is where the fuck Israel's gonna fuck up at. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. I don't care about what them Caucasians is doing. All I'm caring about is the people that fucked us over from the very beginning, which was Israel. So I'm observing how the fuck Israel is responding to everything going on right now.
With JC, that's another thing that I had to come to terms with was that damn how you feel about JC. I'm uttering prophetic stuff to you. It's gonna catch up with your ass later on.
Facts.
You do what you want to do with it, but I'm uttering it's spiritual. I'm uttering prophetic. He already told us that the truth was gonna rise from the ground. It was gonna be on. It was gonna lay low on the ground for 2,000 years. Then at the end, the truth was gonna rise. So you can squirm and do what you want. I'm uttering the truth for you, and I'm only be there for a minute. And I'm gone. It's gonna catch up with your ass later on. Come on.
Period. That's why I say our people need to be more concerned with. You know what I'm saying? Is that's just, you know, one hustler to another hustler to another hustler to an Israelite, or however anybody want to put it, an observer, a watcher, however you wanna break it down. At some point in time, you gotta remove the emotions that you got connected to this shit and understand what thus saith the Lord is. It ain't got shit to do with how you feel, man. So we're watching things take place. I don't care if the Caucasian ain't catching it. I don't care if a lot of blacks ain't catching it. Fuck that, man. If you got to see this, like, really, y'all don't see. You feel me? So that's the reality of it. That's the definition of. So think about what Linda said. The truth it sat dormant. Correct? It sat dormant. And now the shit. So we always had this saying, can a rose grow in Brooklyn? Well, can a rose grow through the fucking concrete? But we've watched this shit manifest. We've watched grass grow through fucking concrete. What that tell you? Who run this shit?
Exactly.
Who run this shit? God said, I made this shit and it's good, nigga. So we watch grass grow all the time through shit that we like. How the hell grass growing here? And it grow. So that's observation of his authority over man's, period. You know what I'm saying? So we sit here, so we can sit here and watch what's going on with these goofies right now, the Trumps, and like Markel said, it's a clown show. Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said we are wise now to know it's a clown show. But 30 years ago, we didn't. 30 years ago, we was like, you know what I'm saying? But now we can see.
Exactly. We wasn't bold enough, and then we ain't had no foundation. But he didn't give us a foundation. And so now, like I say, you being graced. You being graced by the Most High. You try to turn it around the other way, but Most High done brought a Negro in front of you. You being graced. So I'm gonna give it to you. Fact. You do what you want to do with it. I'm gone. Shit. You figure it out later.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And
right.
Like I said, these
Negroes be the later.
so worried about being accepted. They worried about being accepted. I don't give a damn if you don't accept me. Come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know, like that's why I did that. Leonard, if anything that bothers me the most, it's like people say they read this book, but it's like whether, like me, I don't read out the King James. I read out the Torah. I read out the Tanakh. But no matter what you reading, if it's in you to connect with certain things, you're gonna connect. And one thing I connected with the most is that God always chose the outcast ass niggas.
Oh yeah,
that's the one thing I got.
Rough around the edges.
He always chose them folk for some strange reason.
That's why he said, with all your getting, because you constantly getting, get you some understanding.
Fact. You know what I'm saying? If you paid attention, like he always chose the niggas that was on the outskirts of shit. Like, you know, and it's like he ain't chose motherfuckers that was highly beloved and shit. Like, nah, that ain't what he chose. He ain't fucking with them folks.
Politically correct.
So politically correct people. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he gonna choose somebody that's saying, nah, I don't really prescribe to that. You know, and when you do this shit, you could literally chronicleize it all the way through the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You through the Tanakh and Torah, you'll see it. And then you know, but yet we sit over here and see, oh yeah, this person, he ain't that person. We don't want to listen to him. We don't want to listen to them. And you always gotta say, squint your eye and be like, oh, what's that all about? So this is what I'm saying when I'm saying about what. Look at how it plays out. What Macron felt he could do with Trump versus whatever the hell Trump's ideology is, but where you could watch this manifest, you know what I'm saying, and see how these people, if we could call them that, if we could call them people, watch
Who you
how
mean, the
they
beast of the field?
only
The beast of the
Markel,
field.
my nigga. You know what I'm saying? How it operates, right, Kel? How the beast of the field operates. You see me? So, you know, but the beast of the field is what the beast of the field is. It's attractive, right? It speaks great words. It sounds good. It's awesome at manipulating. It's subtle. It's all of these things. You know what I'm saying? So
I give you a prime example of the beast of the field. Look what Putin did to old boy, the one that was over him forces that was over there in Niger at first.
Oh, what's their name? Them folk name?
Wagner Group.
Wagner Group, yeah.
That leader. He made the wrong move. You know what I'm saying? And he got to go.
What? And then he got another one now. A little short cat. That's that's huh?
He gonna do what's right because he got in the back of his mind what happened to
you
us.
Peeped him though.
Huh?
You peeped that dude though, right? That dude, he
Leave that.
Yeah,
That's
that dude different.
that's the line. That's the borderline where Macron is. See, his ass come up missing.
Mm,
Game and change.
yeah, right. He
Come
don't
on.
know that though. He don't know that
No,
though.
that's
He's still
my point.
operating off of that.
My
Yeah,
point.
he's still
That's my
operating off of that old program. And I realize that's what I'm saying. People don't get. That's what I'm saying. Everybody got they quirks and things about Trump. Me, I love it. I love it. So they're looking at so Trump a hustler, Trump a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Business is business with
right.
them
And
folk. Business
he's
is
so much
business.
business, Mike. You know he was rocking with the mob in New York. Come on, you can't
Thank
tell me
you.
he wasn't rocking with them.
Thank you. Of
I
course, his
know
father
you already.
was.
Hey, and he had all the pictures with all the rappers back then, and you know
Right.
he was ghetto as
Right.
hell.
Now, do you
Yes,
think he
sir.
loved them niggas? No, he
Nope.
don't.
Right.
He don't love them
No.
niggas. Business is business.
Yes,
But
sir.
you got a person like Macron who says, now, the wisest motherfucker I heard was Putin. Putin says, yo, I'm glad that he's in office and yada yada, but he ain't safe.
Yeah, it's all good.
He ain't safe, right? Yeah, understandably. Ain't none of them safe. We know this, us, we know ain't none of them safe. But it's interesting to hear the people that's running shit have these types of conversations amongst one another.
But
And it's
he already
crazy.
got shit in place that what you sow, you're gonna reap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you think you can just tear up a country and then just dip off to another country and be good. Your
Right.
family living good and everything, and they in turmoil.
Right. You can do it
No,
for a while.
what are you talking about, Kels? Whoa. What are you talking about, Kels?
Israel.
I'm talking about Macron too. He dipped off and got
Oh,
asylum in Russia.
no,
You know,
that's
not
that's the
Macron.
what's
What's
homie
the guy?
in
The one that
Syria.
just got Syria. Yeah, I was talking about him too on how they
Assad.
do it. Yeah,
Assad.
Right.
Thank you. Right, Assad. Yeah, but what do you expect them to do? You understand what I'm saying? What do the math? That's what I'm saying. This is what they've been doing with us. So, like, because we ain't the priests and shit. Remember now.
Right.
We ain't the priests. Remember now. But
Right.
it's our DNA. It's our DNA that causes us to pay attention to what the fuck we were supposed to be priesting over. Think about that. Let that shit ferment for
Right.
y'all. Let it
Right.
ferment. We ain't got no authority. Correct? We ain't got no
So
remember
they say,
now, we ain't got no dominion, but it's still our job to priest over everything and know how everything is working. So
right.
yeah, it's Assad and we watching all of them. You know what I'm saying? So, in other words, the shift is about to change. It's the midnight shift finna
Right.
come on now. We've been waiting for the midnight shift to come,
Right.
and that's us.
Right. And that's why I continue to keep reading that Isaiah 60, because remember what the Lord of hosts said. I was angry with them. You was able to get away with that shit
Who?
while I was angry with them.
Who they was angry with? Who is angry with, Leonard?
No, the Lord of hosts. You go to
Who
why
who
was
was he angry with, Leonard?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go to the Egyptians. Why were the Egyptians able to do what they did to Israel? Because he was angry with them for a time. Why was the Chaldeans able to do what they did? Because he was angry with them for a time. Why the Americans? How were the Americans able to do what they did? He was angry with them for a time. The time is up. That's the point I was making earlier. Macron shaking Putin's hand, thinking it's business as usual. No, the time is up.
Thank you.
Come on.
Right. But they don't know that.
that's why he kept putting his hand to his chest.
Right, they can't
You
figure that
know,
out. They ain't giving to them
it's
to
a
figure it out.
wrap.
They don't know that. They don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is the most interesting part. Right? If I tell you you've been eating chicken for 20 years, but it's actually steak, what you gonna believe it is?
Exactly, because that was that
Hmm?
same thing they did to us as Hebrews, right? Once the Most High had to put us in
So
captivity,
what you
because
go
nobody could have just came and took over, you know. So
right?
he
So
had
what
to,
you
it's
gonna
like a
believe you've been
docile
eating?
mind. Yes, that's what makes
So
them
what you
believe
gonna
that.
believe you've been eating? You gonna
Chicken.
believe you've been eating chicken, but it's been
Yes, sir.
steak, right? So
Right.
this is what I'm saying. I'm not looking at Macron
Right.
and politicians, right? Hold up now. I'm about to fuck this up. I'm not looking at them,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that they know, but now hopefully I could get y'all to understand what Leonard's been saying. How Esau has been the puppet master all this
Right.
time.
All the time.
So these folks out here that think they're actually doing righteousness for their
Right.
countries
Right.
has been manipulated
Right.
by a being that
Right.
actually knows what the fucking truth is.
Exactly.
A
And this is
strong
what
man. A
we
strong man.
no. Esau, listen.
Yeah, I know,
Esau,
but we know what time it is. That's where
right?
Esau getting
Esau
his power from.
has been manipulating
The
from
whole time.
behind the scenes. He is the wizard
The whole time.
behind the whole time. And now
Behind the curtain.
imagine behind the curtain, bro. Not a
Wizard of
strong man and
Oz.
none of that shit.
Yeah, I see what you're
Right.
saying.
Not a
Yeah,
strong man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Edom.
So now Macron don't have a fucking clue. Trump, they don't have a clue as to whose agenda they are
Right.
actually fulfilling
The end
according
time
to
is here.
their understanding.
The end time.
Right.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying, man?
And it's the
This is
strong one behind
what's
this
been.
end time, too. Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's the book.
that shit sound good. That's what I'm saying. I don't know anymore. You know what they've been doing? They have been excuse me. They've been trying to what you think they've been doing for the last 1500 since Nimrod was what you think they've been trying to do? They have been trying to connect back with their strong ones, bro. All this shit has
Exactly.
been an illusion.
Exactly.
They ain't never. So why you think God? Think about the conversation that God would have. Go into Jasher and read in Jasher how God clowned these motherfuckers worshiping wood and stone. You
Oh, yeah.
understand?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
They ain't been in contact with whoever the fuck was. Remember all these people was bound 1,000+ years. God done bound all of them, but the children of them have always been trying to connect back with their God, right? But guess
Right.
what? It's a fucking amazing that we ain't ever been trying to connect back with ours.
Right.
Think about that.
Took
Let
the
that shit
understanding.
ferment.
They took the stern understanding
You
of that out.
understand?
That's what New Testament is.
Exactly.
You feel
And
me?
not
So
only that,
there he go.
but
So they
it's the curses that
resurrected.
was on you,
Hold
too.
up. They no. That is what it is. It's two different conversations.
Gotcha.
They've been doing everything they can do to connect back with their fucking God
Yeah. Right.
Yes,
or
sir.
their God. You see what
But
I'm
they
saying?
always been
And our God,
knowledgeable of theirs, though. They
our
always
God,
been
right? If they
knowledgeable
have the
about theirs.
knowledge, right? But they ain't never connect. Right. So everybody got, so look, you got all these fucking institutions and what you think CERN is, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been doing everything they can.
Right.
So they've been doing everything they can to do their best to hold us at bay.
Facts. That's what I was
This
saying
shit is a
earlier
powder
about
keg.
Russia. I was saying about earlier when
Right.
I had said that
This shit
they wherever
now
we go, they're
now
gonna
you
prosper, so
understanding
they'll fight. Yes, sir.
now you understanding true wisdom. Now you understanding true wisdom. At some point in time, a person is going to be wise enough to say, if I can't beat them, then guess what I should do?
Join them.
Join them, right?
Yes, sir.
So you understand what's going on. These fucks ain't never been able. They got the technology. This is what them going into all these places was consuming technology. But look at all the movies you've been watching. All the movies you've been watching, all these demonic movies, what they've been trying to do, raise their gods, correct? They ain't raised them motherfuckers because they've been bound. But these people have been operating off of information that they done found by digging. They've been digging. Will we have oil if these folks weren't digging? They stay digging. They stay digging. But ain't nobody responding to them. There is no God that's been responding to them. This is what, so everybody, oh, the God, they still got, no, they don't have their God. They stay trying to get it. And if not, well, we fucking know they'll manifest anything they need to manifest to make themselves what they deem gods were supposed to be. They completely misconstrued everything in Egypt based off of that. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening to your boy Billy Carson right now. Anybody been paying attention to that little nigga?
What happened? What's up with it?
Oh, he got clowned by a white fucking Christian. Oh, he's on the run. He put NDNAs on this white Christian who embarrassed the shit out of Billy, who embarrassed him. Okay? This white Christian completely destroyed all the doctrine that Billy Carson was talking about, you know, Thoth and all of this stuff that Billy Carson talks about. A white, young, clean-faced, I don't know what he is, white Christian, completely demolished this black brother.
Right.
To the point where the black brother now caused them to put an NDA out not to release the debate video. Understand how everything is falling apart right now
Right.
for these people. You understand what I'm saying? So all of them Egyptologists and all of that shit, it's falling apart. So I don't know. I know. Anyway, yo, Leonard.
Okay.
Because Markel done gave me mines, and I know Markel gives you yours, but I never gave you yours. I'm going to give you your flowers, brother. Right here on YouTube. You know I don't like this type of shit.
Okay.
All right? But I'm going to give you your flowers. I don't agree with you on everything, brother, but one thing I do agree with you on, and you know what it is. Thus saith the Lord.
Right.
So I'm sick and tired of watching and observing how Edom, pay attention to what I'm saying, how Edom, for some strange reason, always, you know, Jacob was the nigga who fucking had Edom under his, but for some reason, Edom is the one who now got us under some shit that he know he can't get us under. But yet, this is the life we live. Yeah.
Right.
This is the life we live now. You
Right.
feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm people say it's a rant. No, I ain't ranting. I'm talking truth. Why the
No,
fucking
it's a
truth be a
fact.
rant?
And the thing about it is, what I'm looking for is the next chapter. He's running, he's doing what he got to do, but I can't wait till it's our turn, brother. You know, we gonna be
We
righteous.
coming.
Yes, sir.
We coming, man.
And
Not we gonna be right. We been. We've been. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't know we been. That's you understand? If we do the math,
Yes,
we
sir.
been. But they done manipulated everything into causing us to believe that we ain't been. But we
I
been.
remember, I forgot what scripture Mr. Leonard was saying, but it tells you how we was going to take on theirs. We going to be sinners like them. We going to take on their characteristics.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's 32. Deuteronomy 32.
And we've done it wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah.
Right? We've done it wholeheartedly. Ain't nobody had to complain. We didn't argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the math. Like, remember, all this shit that we talking in 2024 was the same characteristics of us in I don't know how many thousands of years ago.
Right.
Egypt time. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Ain't
Right.
nothing new under the sun. Ain't that what we always say?
And that
The
reminds
fuck?
me too, what generation was it? The seventh generation or the eighth?
Four.
He was going to say the people of that generation.
70.
Fourth generation, 70th generation. That's what I'm talking about.
70th.
Because we see, like you was just
70th.
saying, how we still got that passion and that empathy, and we still have that structure. This generation after us don't have
DNA.
none of that. DNA.
That's
Yes,
what I'm saying. That's DNA. That's the DNA. So if they ever made a mistake, the mistake that they made was how many fucking wives, right, did David have?
7.
And how many chicks was David fucking?
Yeah.
How many wives did Solomon have?
Right.
And how many wives? And how many chicks was Solomon fucking?
Right.
So this is something that the Caucasian or any of them, they want to keep account of. Yo, I got a video I'm gonna put out and it speaks about our DNA and the shit that it blew my mind. And it was talking about our DNA being that they tried to run infrared scans through black people's DNA, and even around the cell nucleus of black people, it was a shield. They could not fucking run.
Right.
I seen that. I seen
They're
a documentary on that. How our body is resilient to a lot of stuff. Yeah, I seen how they was running them X-rays.
They couldn't.
What was that shield?
It was shielding from
It was that
radiation.
Melanin.
Okay, yeah, melanin. That's what it was. It was melanin.
Right.
Exactly. That's what the shield was. And the melanin wasn't just our skin. Hold on, it wasn't just our skin. It was all the way down to the fucking nucleus, the DNA
It's a pigment,
of us. They could not.
all the way through.
Right.
They could not scan into our shit, man. Even on a molecular level. They could not scan into our shit, bro.
That's why they harvest our organs and everything else. It's a reason for that. And back in slavery, they used to eat your phallus and your liver and all that other stuff. They ain't get silence of the lamb out of nowhere.
Right.
Exactly. You feel me?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I thought all that's Hebrew. That's what I was saying. When you start talking about what they saying about the makeup of the nucleus and all that. No, that's all Hebrew. That's all Hebrew. You got nothing to do with them.
Fact. Nothing to do with them.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like people don't. I don't even know how to even talk no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
the
who am I talking?
phenotypes.
Yeah, look at Josiah.
Right. Who am I
Phenotypes is your
talking to?
bloodline.
Right.
Like, yeah,
So,
Josiah. Josiah is a prime, right. Josiah, prime example.
Right. He prophesied to David. That's
No,
what
go ahead, Leonard.
I was talking about that earlier, a couple of months ago. About he told David, "I'm you're gonna die. I'm gonna be the one watching over your seed, and then when Israel start going off course, I'm gonna raise up another seed just like you." That's who Josiah is. That's who Hezekiah is. That's who Jehoshaphat is. Every time Israel start, they'll have 5 or 6 wicked kings, but all of a sudden he'll raise one up just like David. Nobody, they ain't registered with people. So he raising up the DNA that's in David. He raising up again in one of his seeds. And he turned Israel right back to him.
And the same thing happened.
And that's
all Eve is. Yeah.
That's why he was saying that he came down to David.
Hold on, Kel. Say it again, Leonard. That's what?
Eve. That's DNA.
Eve.
He opened up his rib, took the rib out, closed
right.
DNA. That's DNA.
Right.
And
that's
it's the same thing
exactly.
with David brothers. He went to look for a particular one. He ran through all the brothers, because just because we all from the same mother and father don't mean we have the same DNA, right?
Right.
Oh, it's how the Lord of Hosts manipulates the fucking DNA. And this is why we worship him the fucking way we worship him.
Yeah,
all praise.
Right. And then
you see what I'm saying?
You ain't even gotta be no super righteous ass person. If you didn't figure out how you operate, and then you worship that and appreciate that, that's gonna get you a long ass way.
That's it. And
they following who he is.
Why is that? That's what I'm saying, Leonard. Why the fuck is that so hard to understand?
Exactly. That's the point.
Why? Is it because everybody think they supposed to be something like what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Just roll with the shit and understand that you a part of something.
Right.
We don't
all gotta have.
And it starts off with the Shabbat. Just keeping that day.
Thank you.
Right.
Start little. Right. Just keep that day.
That'll tell a lot.
Yes.
Right.
You know what? Leonard, how much time we got? Can we be on this shit or not? Or no? We got time or we good?
We got about 2 minutes. But go ahead. We're gonna see what happens.
Well, fuck, man. So let's take JC into this shit. This is an interesting conversation I want to have. That's what I'm saying. If we take JC into this whole account about he dying for our sins, right? He died for our sins, correct? Well, I'm gonna ask y'all something. What is the biggest sin, right? What is the biggest sin that Israel committed? Anybody ever think about that?
Killing the children.
No. What is the biggest sin Israel ever committed?
Is it blaspheming? They ain't blaspheming.
Turning from their God.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Turning from the Most High.
Thank you.
Blaspheming the Most High. Yep.
So you think you could put fucking meat on the fucking offer on the altar for that?
No.
Do the math.
Right.
So now I'm not saying this shit because we just brothers and we talking, but we could go into the book and we could actually read. He put us in captivity for what we did when it comes to dealing with the Sabbath day. Remember now, we had a brother, according to the scripture, we had a brother who was out there picking sticks on the Sabbath day. What they do to that nigga?
Killed him.
They tore his ass up.
They killed
but JC went out there.
Correct.
They killed him. They killed him. But JC was out there picking the same sticks and stuff. Yeah.
No, I don't care about that. I'm talking about the Tanakh and Torah. They killed the brother for
Yes, they did.
picking up stone, for picking up, wood on the Sabbath day.
Right.
So we couldn't put no meat. We couldn't put no meat because remember now the tabernacle was already established, correct?
Right.
We couldn't put no meat on the
Right.
altar for that.
No.
Nah, no,
No meat for that.
no meat for
So
that.
the very first thing according to the Ten Commandments was thou shalt not have any other God before me. Can you put meat on the fucking altar for that sin?
No.
No.
That's the sin that you
So
die for.
what the fuck JC come for? What he
Yeah,
come for?
It's garbage. It's garbage.
What he come for?
He came
What is
to
he
put the
saving me
sins
from?
the sins of he's coming for the sins of you throwing pork on the grill, because you just pray over it and say my
Thank you.
name and we good.
When you look
Right.
at what happened, when you look at when they concocted him, JC is his objective is the sins of the Gentiles. They ain't got shit to do with us. Remember?
They ain't got
Exactly.
shit to
Yes,
do
sir.
with us.
You right.
So-
All
So
praise.
he is all about the sins of the Gentiles. And they got shit to do with Israel. That's why they concocted
That's what I'm saying. So people are
Jasher, the Gentile ain't got nothing to do with Israel.
nothing. That's what I'm saying. So when God gave us the sin of sacrifice, it was the sin of sacrifice on how we deal with one another. Ain't no fucking meat you could put on the altar and how you deal with him. And a goddamn piece of meat. I'm gonna fuck what it is, lamb, rams, hogs, mogs, whatever. There's no meat you could put on the altar that could ever take you away from have no other God before me, man.
And then,
So now when you go back and hold on, when you go back now and you read about him talking about how Israel was a whore and things of that nature, ain't no goddamn meat ain't no meat on this planet any bitch could burn if she cheats on me.
Exactly. And then,
And
like I
the
was
thing
saying,
about that,
what the meat got to do with it anyway? The meat is in reference to him, not to
yeah,
us.
yes, sir.
Thank you. So
And to
the
think
meat
about it,
offerings. So let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something right quick. So Jesus came to do away with our peace offerings. So we got those, right?
Right.
yeah, he ain't
We
do
got
away with
peace
those.
offerings, don't we?
Right.
Yeah,
We also got goodwill offerings. We got
Yeah.
goodwill offerings, don't we?
yeah.
Relations.
Did he come to do away with all of that? Did he
No,
do away with all of that?
no.
No.
Okay, I'm just asking, bro. I'm
He
just
just
asking a
said pray
question,
over
man.
your food and you can eat whatever you want. And I bared everybody's sins on the cross. I took everybody's sins with me, but y'all still sinning to this day.
Right. Yeah. Go back to the Genesis. The man who he formed, he put him in the garden. Come on. He separated him from the other men.
Fact.
Let that from me. Come on. Let that from me.
I don't think nobody want to hear that shit.
He had nothing
I
to do
don't
with
think
it.
they want to let that ferment.
Right. Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with them.
I don't think they want to let that ferment, Leonard.
Even to this day.
They don't
Even
want
to
to hear
this
that
day.
shit, Leonard. They don't give a fuck about.
That's the whole purpose of the New Testament. To bring in just what I said. They never had no access or no kind of contact with the Creator or with His angels or nothing. They used the New Testament to bring themselves in.
Thank you.
And got rid of
You know what I'm saying?
Enoch for identifying them.
Right. Now it
Thank
played
you.
out.
And
Now it became full circle. Now it's starting to come out. Like I said, the truth is rising.
Mm-hmm.
All praise the Most
Truth is
High.
right.
They said
And
cold
now,
air will fall and heat will rise.
Right.
Come on, get
Right.
rid of it.
So
Yes,
therefore,
sir.
here,
Exactly.
so here go JC now. Here go JC now, which, like we've been saying, it is awesome poetry.
Oh yeah, it's all
Because
smooth.
what
Yeah,
more what more could get the panties wet than some dude who died for you? Like,
exactly.
what was that movie? Titanic, right? Titanic.
Yeah,
Jack. Look at what his name was. Jack. Didn't Jack
right.
die saving Shorty?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So what more could tug at your heartstrings to know that some nigga who was, according to them, without sin died
Exactly.
for you, but you don't even realize what the hell he died for.
Right.
What did he die? So God told me, have no other God before me.
Exactly.
Can we ever cook enough meat for Israel because they worshiping another God? Is there enough meat on the goddamn planet
Right.
that we can put on the goddamn grill that
Right.
will remove us from that level of sin? That's my
No,
question.
no, you can't. And like I said, it's right there. It's right there in the wording. Like I was saying, he says, I've got scriptures, videos on it. He says, even Cain and Abel, they made sacrifices before the Lord. He right there. He ain't in outer space somewhere way away from him. He's standing right there. So in the temple, he was right there. He's standing there. He there. That's why it says before the Lord. Go to when when Achan and his wife sinned against him. He said, "Go get every male and bring them and let them pass before me." Come on, he ain't in outer space. He right there. And did he tell you, I'm a God that's near at hand. I'm right here. Y'all, you're dealing with me. So when Achan had sinned, he passed all the lineages before him, and he got to Achan, and he figured out it was Achan, the one that had done it. So for him to figure that out, how he in outer space, or how he in heaven somewhere? He's standing right there in front of them when they pass before him. Just like with Moses, he told them, go on down there to the rock, and then I'll be out when you get there. I'll be already standing on the rock for them to get that water when Moses struck the rock. The rest of Israel can't see him, but Moses see him. So when Moses struck the rock, he the one caused the water to come out, just like at the Red Sea. He's standing there. He said, "Stretch forth your hands," and the Red Sea opened. Moses stretched forth his hand. All the people see is Moses, but he there too. Moses see him. He ain't in fucking outer space in some kind of some UFO. Yeah, come on, man.
That's why they try to tell you that no man have seen God. See, they don't
Thank you.
understand that. They
Thank
want to
you.
tell you that.
Thank you. Facts. Hello. Right. You see what I'm saying? See what they do? Manipulation.
Oh yeah.
Manipulation, man. And then that's why that's my biggest thing about, Hebrew Christians and things of that nature, or even people who say they just Hebrew or Hebrew Israelites. Yo, cognitive dissonance is something that is real with you. It's something that is real. You listening, but you not hearing.
Exactly.
You listening, but you ain't hearing. And he told you in Shema, hear, O Israel. Hear what's going on. Like, yo, how do you go against the shit that we be talking? Like, that's crazy, man. That shit crazy to me.
Right. And then, like I said, over the years, I learned it's like water on a duck back. You can
Yeah.
come You can come with the bullshit you want to. Hey, it's rolling off. I mean, I ain't get this on no accident.
Facts.
It's gonna catch up with you later on. When it catch up with you, I'm gonna be on the other side of the pond. Shit, come on.
And the thing about that is,
and
you're
gonna have to deal with me one way or the other.
And the thing about it is,
go ahead.
And the thing about it is, if you're listening, with all you're getting, get some understanding. That's taking time out of your life to research this stuff. You know, you can't be lazy when you're dealing with the Most High. You got to get that zeal.
Right. But
you have to have it on your DNA. You got to search it out.
No, I take away. I'm gonna have to just hit you with a little bit. That zeal shit. No, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about it's got to be on you. It's got to be in you. It's got to be in you. Again, we go into DNA, Mike.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going back to DNA. It has to activate you.
Yes, sir.
You know, you got to plug it into the socket. As soon as you hear it, your antennas and your hair is strictly to the sun.
Well, right. So let's look at that. Let's look at that right quick. So what was the purpose of the Levite?
Right.
So you're Israelite. You're awakening. You're Israelite. And then you come across a Levite. Well, the Most High already dealt with him and prepared him to give you that. You ain't even respecting that. Come on.
With all you're getting, get some understanding.
That's what I say. That's what I'm saying about zeal. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always speak about, like, people think this zeal shit. Like, where the fuck in the scriptures have we ever read about zeal?
Exactly.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir. I get it.
I according to the,
it's just being on fire, like they say in church. Same thing in the Christian church.
It ain't being on fire. Now, this is what I'm saying. This is also what I'm preaching. All the motherfuckers who we think were on fire, guess what? They all did not want to be.
Right.
On fire.
Right. And then
they want this burden.
Right. A better word for that is what they told Joseph when he was in Egypt. They said, "We see the spirit of the Most High on you." That's a better definition.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Because to this day,
now,
they see the spirit of the Most High on you, but they don't want to deal with it.
Right. Now, Joseph ain't even want to fucking deal with it.
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
Joseph ain't even want to deal with it.
Right.
But he just had to do what the fuck he had to do.
Yeah. He's about his business. He's about the Most High business.
That's it. That's what this shit is. It's not about, you know what I'm saying? But everybody a fucking, like you said before, everybody a fucking moray. Everybody feel that they are the fucking one that's chosen.
Right.
No, nigga. When I observe all these people that are chosen, they don't want to fucking be in that flame of fire.
Right.
Moses ain't want to be in that flame of fire, man.
Exactly. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? How often did Moses say, "I can't even talk, nigga. I don't want this shit." Exactly. Like, look at all of the ones that he chose. That's why I say, if we really pay attention, all the ones that he chose, they ain't want the fucking job.
Right. Right. And then another thing too, I noticed when you understand how you got this information, and then when it's time to deliver it, they want to say you talking a certain type of way. Well, hell, how you know?
Exactly.
If you know how I got it, then you'll know why I'm talking like this. Shit,
exactly.
No, everybody what do you say?
That's the hold up, Kel. They wouldn't. That's the fucking problem. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't. Why? Because they're expecting you to talk like the leaders
I was just about to say,
that they have
speak
been.
soft things to me. Mike,
You know what I'm saying? Well, I want you to talk the way Donald Trump talks. If you a man of God, you should talk the way. You know what's crazy? And people, this is what I'm saying. I shout out, yo, all praises. Like I'm saying, I'm giving flowers out, man, and I don't do that shit. Markel, here go your flowers, my brother. Markel talks vulgar, always have, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my brother, right? Now, the shit that affected me the most is saying, let me do the math on that. Who the fuck am I to know? Mike, what are you saying? Let me get this shit straight. Has any politician that's passed laws, have any of them swore and cursed?
No.
But yet they do the most damage to our people, don't they?
Oh yeah.
facts. All praise.
But people who curse and swear and speak truth, we have been engineered to think that they are vulgar, disgusting, disruptive, and we should discount them. Ain't that something?
Right.
But yet Markel
Speak
ain't never
smooth
stopped
things.
anybody. Markel ain't never stopped nobody from getting money, has he?
Right.
He ain't never stopped nobody from getting their bread. He ain't never stopped. I ain't never stopped. When I curse, I ain't stopping you from getting your money. I ain't stopping you. But yet, these politicians, for some strange reason, how you say it, Kels, speak smooth. How you say it? They
Softly.
Speak soft things to me, because we don't want to hear the harsh words of the Most High was screaming at them.
Right.
We want soft things. Don't speak hard things. Let Moses talk to us.
Your example is when they brought the Lord of Hosts, told him, Moses, we don't want to talk to you. Go get you keep on saying you going in the wilderness talking to the Most High. Bring him here. Then when he got there, they ain't want to hear that.
They ain't want to hear that on Mount Sinai, did they?
No.
They ain't want to hear that shit. You feel
They
me?
said, let Moses talk back to us.
Right.
He's rough. He's rough.
You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention to the people. Now, how long ago was that? And we in 2024, and people we talk to don't want to hear me say fuck, shit, bitch, fuck you, and all of this. But yet, I ain't stopping you from making a fucking dime to feed your family, am I? With my harsh
Nope.
words.
But Mike, you can't be fat shaming, you LGBT, you can't be doing none of it. It's so soft. Everything is soft right now. You say something, everybody going crazy. Look at the world we living in. Just look around. Look at all the rules and the laws they passed for soft things.
Right.
The men
But I
are
ain't
gone.
stopping your money, am I?
No, but we see what they're doing.
Right.
That's why
I
they're
ain't
saying the
stopping
soft
nobody. I ain't
things.
stopping nobody's bread. Right, that's what I'm saying. I ain't passing no motherfucking laws. These smooth ass talkers is passing your laws, but I'm saying go fuck yourself. And you're like, oh my God, I don't like how he talks to me. Really?
I'm not going to the front seat of his pulpit.
Right. And then you ain't reaching the trick to that is that when you understand who the creator is and who the Lord of Hosts is, you ain't the one reaching out. He the one reaching out. He reaching out to you.
To
So
who?
you feel
Christian?
a certain type of way.
Fake ass. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Leonard. These fucking people who, you know what I'm saying, they parade themselves, but they Christians. They Christians, brother.
Yeah.
They Christians at heart, my nigga. They can't
Yes, sir.
escape.
Oh yeah.
They are. They Christians.
And that's why
You
the Most
understand?
High
It's
said, I
water on
put
the duck
people in
back.
your life. I
Exactly.
put people in your life for a reason.
They water on the duck back. They Christians, man. You know what I'm saying? They boule not knowing they boule, bro.
Right. Exactly. And then, like I said, one thing you have to remember is that when this shit hit the fan, they gonna come looking for you. You ain't gonna be looking for them. Shit,
I
cause
didn't expect London to say that shit.
so they gonna be
I
looking for
agree.
you. They ain't gonna be looking for you. Go back to Jeremiah and Ezekiel and them. They wasn't looking. Ezekiel wasn't looking for them.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Right. Not at all. He just
Yeah.
was talking shit that he had to talk. You know,
Mhm.
look, that's all I'm saying. Like Jeremiah, when we talk about prophets, you know me, Leonard. I fucks with
Yeah.
like Jeremiah. They had this thing in the
Yeah, they did him bad. Oh yeah. And then soon as
saying like
right. Soon as the Lord of hosts came for the Chaldeans, then he showed them all kind of favor. And they sitting there looking crazy as hell.
right
They had wrote Jeremiah off as a nut bucket.
now. Let's fast forward 25 fucking hundred years later. Is it any different?
No.
2,500 years later. Is it
Hey,
any
Mike.
different?
Mike, I'm a nut bucket to this day.
That's
I'm a
why I can
nut
say what
bucket.
I say.
Markel, you according to who, Markel?
According to the world, I'm a nut bucket
Okay.
because of what I say. You see what I'm
I
saying? Especially when you leave
agree.
JC alone. Oh my God, you a demon, you this,
I
you
agree.
that.
There's something wrong with you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Right. Something wrong with you according to the system, nigga. Not according to us. So I don't give a fuck. I don't
For
give a
sure,
fuck
like you
about
said, there was
them
nut
folks.
buckets back then, and then
Right.
25 years later, 2,500 years later, hey, we nut buckets again.
Right.
You
And like
know,
I was
because like
Exactly. Why
right.
would anything change? Ain't
This is the
nothing new
crazy
under
part
the
about
sun.
it.
How often do we fucking say this? How
Right.
often do we say this? Ain't nothing new under the sun. How
Right.
often do we say? So why the fuck would I expect anything to be new?
Yeah, it ain't nothing new. Like I said, it says, we read that in Isaiah 43. I am he. Why is he talking like that? There's no other God besides me. I was the first one formed. Come on.
And besides me, there shall be no savior. And
Come on.
besides me, there shall be. Say
Right.
it again. And besides me, there shall be no.
Ain't that something?
Anything change?
hey,
Anything
so
change?
how come? So why are we sitting over here praying to JC to save us, praying to Allah to
Oh, so
save
who
us,
changed?
praying to Buddha to save
So who
us?
changed it?
Well, check
Did
this
God
out,
change
though.
it? So who
Check this
changed
out.
it? Did
Right.
God change it?
They changed. So check this out. So we in December, right? So this is a Christmas present. When you quote that, you heard me? That's a Christmas present. To tell you, go to Christmas present. You can't get no better Christmas present than that. Shit, come on.
All praise the Most High.
Break it down, Leonard.
Whatever
Hit me
better
with
Christmas
that
present can
shit.
I give you? Whatever better Christmas present can I give you than
Right.
that? Shit, come on.
Hello, but the truth. Right?
Right.
Like, I'm
Hey,
giving you the truth, nigga.
hey, Mike, and Happy
Right.
New Year's.
Right. No, I'm saying, no, pay attention. Now, this is what I'm saying. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. I'm watching. Now imagine, this is what I'm saying. This is what God told us we gonna have to deal with. I'm sitting here, right, with brothers, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm watching these motherfuckers talk about a jubilee. I'm watching the Catholic Church talk about what the fuck they finna do for what they consider a jubilee.
Exactly.
Like, a jubilee ain't something that's so fucking significant and important to us. But I'm watching them say that they're having a jubilee. You know how do you not know how bad that shit hurt? That
Distasteful.
I have to sit
Distasteful.
here now.
Right. Exactly.
I have to sit here in
Hey, Mike,
all
hold on, Mike.
humility
Hold on, Mike.
while they
Hold on, Mike. Now you see
yes,
why
sir.
I say about the Edomites. He like, yo, man, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. This is why I say it.
Nah, I
That
don't hate them.
humility. No, I'm not saying
I
that, but
know.
to a certain
I still
extent,
don't hate them.
that's why I say that, because they want to be
Yeah.
you so bad. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. That's why I say that.
But nobody want to be a nigga. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they got all the fucking information hidden in the Vatican to bring the truth out. So Putin is saying, nigga, I'm a part of y'all cult. And ain't that what people were saying that Adolf was saying? That he was a part of the cult. You feel me? So what happens when you no longer want to be a part of the cult? And now why don't they want to be a part of the cult? Listen to the conversation we have been having right now. We have been having a conversation that is based off of it ain't got shit to do with us. It has everything to do with thus saith the Lord. Mike, what do you mean? Leonard constantly brings out Isaiah chapter 60, right? Constantly brings out these types of scriptures that you could believe it or not. It doesn't matter what the fuck anybody believes. Look, what do we predicate ourselves on? You see it, right? You see it. So
You see
we are
it.
people who predicate on seeing it. So now you got people that are, let me get this shit straight. I'm gonna ask y'all a question right quick, right? Because this is the type of fucked up nigga I am. I'm asking, how many brothers is here? 5 of us. I'm gonna ask y'all something. What's the color of Putin's eyes?
It's green.
Anybody? Anybody know?
Green.
Green. He got green eyes. Okay. Let me ask y'all something that I know y'all don't know. What's the color of Cyrus' eyes?
Yeah, it was no description about it, but
we have a picture of him.
Nah, we don't. But energy is energy.
Right.
And that's what we are operating off of. That's what we always been operating off of. I love y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Leonard, fuck me, man. Leonard, you are my elder. That's number one. That's without question. Right? I want you to watch this movie called what the fuck is damn, yo, why he doing this to me? I want you to watch this movie called Cloud Atlas.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
You hear me? What's the name of the movie?
Cloud Atlas.
Cloud Atlas. I want you to watch it.
Okay.
All right. Markel, Sarge.
yes, sir.
Where AJ, you here? Yeah, he here. Cloud Atlas. Yo, y'all watch that movie, man. You know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, man. That what's that? None. Our people must
Yeah.
also keep the whole law, right? All right, so I'll read it. Our people must also keep the whole law, for
For if
if
are
you
already one flesh with another woman, you must then endure that woman until marriage. This is the law of the Lord. Now, it don't mean that you should endure her if she's wicked or
Yeah,
ignorant.
look at the picture on the side of it.
Yeah, look at that bullshit. Listen, we don't do with that type of stuff over. This the men's channel over here, cuz. You got anything to say about how the man gonna get right? Let's talk about
Yes,
us
sir.
men bettering ourselves.
oh, so Exodus 22 and
Exodus
16.
22. And if a man enters a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endure her to be his wife. Well, we know when a
Okay.
woman go in unto a
Um,
man, once a man go into under a woman, it's most technically your wife.
Exactly.
David went unto his wife,
nah,
that's his wife.
well,
David went unto
see,
two of them,
Yeah, yeah.
Rebecca and
these are
So the
I don't know
crazy
what you're
part,
talking
that's a
about.
Christian. That
about that is that
yeah,
you quote that, but you can't see who JC is. That's what's
that's what
putting
I
me
was about
out.
to say. That's what I was about to say. You know what I'm saying? So, well, fuck me, man. I'm finna. He got me on some. I mean,
But I don't know why that was said. Is that a woman saying all of this?
Right.
I don't
Mary
even know
had,
why that's being said.
Mary had a little lamb, but you did.
Yeah,
yeah.
because you heard the conversation we've been having all night. Where did that come from? He messed me up with that.
None of that resonated.
Exactly.
I like meat, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah,
Look,
y'all good.
Leonard. You know what's crazy is it's interesting that we on this, but yet where were these people at once we done shut down Clubhouse?
Right.
And then when
Interesting.
we just beat up on JC for about a half an hour to an hour. Ain't nobody asking no questions about him, like Mr. Leonard said.
Right.
Where the
That's
question
what I'm
about
saying.
JC?
Like,
Why you need to be finding your
right?
creator, your redeemer, not these women.
No, but no, that's what I'm saying. So pay attention to what you're saying. So their objective is to I need to find a loophole in what
Right.
these people are talking. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? I need to
No,
find a
no,
loop. Yo, I'm gonna put this decree out here, and I'm gonna put this fucking decree out here, and I hope
okay.
y'all pay attention.
Okay.
Yo, start reading out of a fucking Tanakh and Torah. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Not a King James. Trust me. Trust me. Pick up the Tanakh, a true Tanakh that was broken down from Hebrew to fucking English. So
I got
we
that.
as a
I got that
team,
book.
as a people, as an organization could cover all fucking angles of whoever the fuck decides they want to come and fuck with us. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
If
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense, then handle your business. If it doesn't make sense, then let's talk about why
I
it
see
don't.
what you're saying. My question, I see what you're saying, Mike, because of his last compliment, his last comment was talking about the woman, and we talk about David. I just said that about David with Leah and Rebecca. He went into it. That was consummated a relationship. But some people say that you got to have that paperwork, or that's not the same
Of
as
course.
regular marriage. You know, I get it because JC talking about
Right.
you got to give her a bill of sale or a bill to get rid of her, a piece of paper to
JC,
get rid of her.
first and foremost,
Yeah, I'm just
JC didn't
saying
have nothing to do with that. That's Deuteronomy. That's
that is
Deuteronomy, I
true.
believe,
But it was
chapter.
also in
chapter
in the New
no,
Testament
no,
too.
no, no, no. Listen. I don't give a fuck about New Testament. That's what I'm
See that,
saying.
Mike?
Huh?
You see the picture? Look at the
No.
picture.
Okay, I see you, bro. Yes, sir.
See it? That's the first
Yeah.
5 books. First 5 books of the Old Testament.
That's what I'm saying. You feel
Okay.
me? That's what I'm talking about, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I stress to us, we need to step away from the understanding that these people have. If we remove what they understand, so if, for instance, if we, never mind, I'm not going to talk this now. We need to have this conversation. So whether I call Leonard or Markel, I have, okay, what is this now?
Oh no, that's the same, brother. He
I
just said
have
I
just come to the
come to
stream.
the stream.
No. Let's read them. I have
Go ahead.
just come to the stream, but thank you. I have just come to the stream, but thank you
Thank you for the
for the
words
word.
to each brother.
Okay,
To each
cool.
brother. Yeah.
It's all good.
All
It's
right.
all good.
This
It's
is what I'm
all good.
saying.
Shalom around here. Ain't nothing but peace around
Right.
here.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I ain't finna talk. Oh, Book of Jasher, Abram told. All right, this is interesting. Book of Jasher, Abram told Ishmael to put that nail
Out of his house,
out of the
referring
house.
to his wicked wife. The book of Jasher, Abraham told Ishmael
Yeah. Y'all know
to
about
put.
you know about this story, right? I read it a couple,
Yeah,
4 or 5
yes,
times.
sir. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right, what does that have? All right, so what is the conversation?
I don't
That's what
know.
I'm
We're not
saying.
having those conversations, but he's
Reach,
asking a
reach,
question or something.
reaching.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. They want to talk about these women.
Yeah,
What's
I
reaching.
mean,
today? Oh, it's the Shabbat.
You're gonna let it
Okay, it's the
fumate.
same.
You're gonna let it
Friday
ferment.
night.
so what, Leonard?
You're gonna let it ferment.
So the book of Jasher, Abraham told Ishmael to put that nail out of his house, referring to his wicked wife. So he's bringing up the conversation that when Abraham went to holler, and that woman, she had all types of vitriol speaking about
She wasn't right.
Ishmael, right? She wasn't right. She had all types of vitriol that even Abraham himself told this sister,
Yeah, he peeped game.
say this to my son, right? Because that's what happened. Abraham told this female, say this to my son.
Right.
Okay.
Over her head. He talking over her head.
And then when she talking over her head, and of course Ishmael understood what the fuck took place. Well, my dad came here. So that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So I don't understand what that question actually was.
I don't either, Mike. I don't either.
You know,
You got to let it ferment. Like I was saying, we know what the Lord of Hosts capable of. So let it ferment. It's gonna come out. Believe that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why. Okay, so now that's why we the good, the bad, the ugly, I guess. And this is
Exactly.
Markel. I hate you, but anyway. Anyway, you know, it makes perfect sense, bro.
Yeah.
It makes perfect fucking sense because that's cute. To me, that's cute. That's very,
Right.
you know, it's very cute. You know, into saying, oh, if I'm gonna be a part, if I'm gonna really deal with these guys, I really want to know. That's so TikTok to me. But anyway,
Yeah, and then I mean, not even on subject.
Right. This is a trick to that. Without looking at it from my perspective, you know, and so this conversation we having right now, we saying, okay, just say tomorrow I'm terminated. I ain't around no more. Right? You heard
Yes,
me?
sir.
no,
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I hear
I
you.
don't know that conversation. I'm
No, hold
sorry.
on,
I don't know
hold on.
that.
Let me say what I'm. So all that was said tonight is tomorrow morning I'm terminated. Okay, why the hell would I get worried about it if I'm terminated? If I'm terminated,
We
what the
wouldn't.
fuck?
We wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We
tell you.
wouldn't be worried. Right.
And so
We wouldn't be worried.
this how you get so many false prophets. You get so many false prophets because they're worried about that type of shit. I don't give a damn.
Thank
Right.
you.
We wouldn't be
Because it's
worried.
gonna be a whole bunch of three-way callings. That's it.
Right.
I'm giving
We wouldn't be worried about this shit, nigga. Like,
I'm giving it to you right now. If I'm not here tomorrow, then eat shit and die. Goddamn.
yeah, we wouldn't be worried. Like, what
Hey,
the fuck does that? Like, what
it
the
ain't
fuck
gonna
does that
stop
have to
our
do with what?
communication,
Right.
no doubt.
Right.
Shit,
What's
we
that have
still
to do
gonna
with
be
what
getting
we?
it.
What the
Then he
fuck
told
does
me.
that have to do with? What
Yeah,
does that
and
have
then
to
he
do
told
with thus
me.
saith the Lord? Like
Right.
that shit ain't really gonna affect us. Like, oh, let me, yo, see, that's what I'm saying. This is what I was trying to tell Markel, you know, well, not tell Markel, but have a conversation. I was there, Leonard, in the beginning of all of this camp shit. I was there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like in 1991, not the beginning. I wasn't there at the beginning, but in 1991, 92, 93, and 94, I was going up to Harlem. I was going up to these areas and listening to these brothers. You understand? As a child, I was a kid. In 91, 92, I was a kid. So we wasn't going up there, right, to listen to them niggas. We was going up there because, yo, it was the best marijuana that was being sold up there. So it was the best reefer. So we'd be like, yo, let's go up there, get some reefer and listen to these niggas talk shit.
Right, yeah, I was gonna
Because
say
that's what
that.
it,
You gotta get the weed first, get a buzz, then listen to
right.
it.
Right. So we went and got the reefer first. We would get
Mr.
high.
Leonard
And
stupid. Mr. Leonard stupid.
he ain't
You got to
lying.
get high to
He
listen to
know what
that
it
bullshit.
is.
Yeah, it's another dude.
Exactly. That's so.
It was another dude. It's another
Go
dude that
ahead.
everybody was going. It's another guy that everybody. I can't think of his name. It was another guy everybody was going to New York to listen to, but he was dealing with Egyptology. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Everybody was going.
No, I can't say I do, but he
Is it
was
the
there.
little chubby guy that died? He did
No,
the oblations. Which one?
no, bro. Nah, nigga. This is old. This is a long time ago. There was
Yeah. That's what I'm
no
talking about.
Sonetta at this time. No, right. Nah, there was no Sonetta at this time. You know what I'm saying? There was none of that. It wasn't. Nah, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I couldn't. So I can't lie and be like I do. I don't.
Yeah, he the one that expired.
You know.
Funkadelics, the Parliament, all that. I can't.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? His name
He
was
went. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. What's
Harlem. He's in
the
Harlem.
No, I couldn't. Like I'm saying, I can't. I was there in the early '90s to say that he was somebody who influenced African Bambaataa, all of that type of shit. I can't say that these people they were not out there on the streets. They was not out there on the streets. Um, there's there's names that I could mention, but I'm not. I won't. But all of these people in the early '90s was out
What was
there.
that like? One
They were
West and
and
all of them guys.
This guy was before that.
okay. No, yeah, there was a lot that was going on before what was called One West. There was a lot going on before it. I was not there when I came on the scene. One West was already established, and what people don't understand is that there was there was if we're dealing with the Hebrew understanding, it was two One Wests at that time. It was two of them. You had One West 125th and Fifth Ave, and you had One West 123rd and Fifth Ave. And like I said, I'm going back in my mind's history. We was not anybody who my people, like, we would go up there 20 deep, 20 of us, because our objective was to get high and get reefer. And this is New York. You had all types of gang cultures and things. So we would leave the Bronx, and if anybody had money, you know, yo, let's go get some reefer from XYZ, and we would maneuver with 20 of us, 30 of us, 15 of us, the least 10 of us, because we never knew what would happen. So we always wanted to be protected. So I was one of them that, you know, I'm a hustler. I get money. I got money. So if I come on the block, it's like, yo, let's go. And, we would go. So a lot of times this is what would happen. It'd be like, yo, let's go and listen to the niggas talk. So this is what it was about. We would go to 145 St. Nick, go get our marijuana. We would get high on the streets. Who the fuck was going to bother all of us? We would get high. And what will be more entertaining to us than to hear some niggas talking shit that we don't know, we ain't getting? So we would go down to 125th and we would go and listen to them. So on 125th Street, that's where the Apollo is. So imagine what else was out there. You had your vendors, your food people. You had everything. I'm 14 years old, so we had everything out there. We had the nations of gods and earths, which is what I prescribed to later on in my life. The 5%ers, and you had your Israel people. You had your Farrakhan, what are they? The Islam people. You had everybody out there at that time that
Yeah,
was
the
preaching.
Nation of
They had bullhorns.
Islam
And
with the bean pies in the
no,
middle of the street, all in New
right, yeah,
York. Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We had all of
Before
them,
that,
right? So, so we had them out there, and you know, we was buying their audio tapes at the time. We was buying VHSs at the time. We was buying bean pies at the time. So we had a bunch of motherfuckers that was just out there promoting their understanding. So
right.
so at this
Y'all was like
time,
one group. Y'all was just
yeah.
one group.
So at this
It was a bunch
time,
of people coming.
no, yeah, but it was still many groups because by the time I came on the scene, I didn't know no better. But
Right.
it was interesting, to hear all of these brothers talk shit that you ain't never heard. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So, but if you was to go down off of 125th and you go down about 2 blocks and cut up off of Fifth Ave, you came across another group of niggas, that was talking the same shit, but they were not talking the same way that those other brothers was talking. And these were the niggas off of 123rd. These were
Right.
the niggas that were commandment keepers. These were the niggas
Right.
that came out of the Tanakh school. They never had Jesus in their
Right.
conversation. They was breaking down Genesis. They was breaking down that whole understanding. There was at that time there was no so these niggas was more interesting to a person like me. Fast forward, they was no more. I came back on this. I left around because I would go there religiously between 91 and 94 to hear what they were saying. I left. I had to leave New York. Ain't nobody business, but I left. I had to go. I came back in 99 to find out, what's going on. By the time I came back, they done perfected the New Testament. Back then, they didn't perfect the understanding of the New Testament. It was introduced back in the 70s, but it wasn't perfected. They didn't perfect some shit called the fucking 12 tribes chart. That was never something that us young niggas understood when we was listening to these bros. There was no 12 tribes chart. There was no Yahushua. There was none of this shit. So when I came back in 99, it was like, yo, what the fuck took place? What happened? It was a complete overhaul of the Tanakh school and the quote unquote commandment keepers. This is what they was called, the commandment keepers. So it was a complete overhaul of all of this shit. So now Yahushua is on the scene and all of this type of shit. And I'm watching how lucrative this shit was because they was getting people hook, line, and sinker. And that's what an elder said to me, you know what I'm saying? Michael Levy. Michael Levy. He was like, yo, watch. And it became a lucrative business for people to believe this 12 tribes chart. And Deuteronomy, hold up now, I don't want to fuck nobody up, but Deuteronomy 28 and 68. These were the things. And when we was in the Tanakh school, that was never anything that we was dealing with, but it became lucrative. It became something that we knew we could get people into the fucking church, quote unquote, the congregation, based upon is these beliefs. These were hook, lines, and sinkers. The fact that I could use the King James in its translation when it says in Deuteronomy 28 about slave ships, and also the fact that I'm going to use excuse me, the 12 tribes chart that I'm gonna tell you who the fuck. But that's why, Leonard, I don't know if you always pay attention. I always go back to the book of Ezra, where after 70 years, these people didn't know that they were fucking Kohanim or they were Levi. But yet you
Right.
telling me that us over here right now in America, we know who the fuck the 12 tribes are?
Right.
That shit don't make no sense. But these were tools that was used. So I always said, Mike, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Right? Because Mike is a, I always got something to say. That's why I always say to Markel, you always got something to say. And Markel be like, yeah, nigga, I always. So, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of that energy. And it was like, yo, Mike, shut the fuck up. Because I'm watching some shit that I knew wasn't the truth.
Right.
But who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? So I left. I just left all of this shit. I got kids, and I just said, look, I'm gonna just focus on, you know what I'm saying, getting my money. But I'm paying attention to the fact that y'all know what y'all put on these people wasn't the truth. But yet y'all put them on this understanding. Anyway, just for the fact that y'all saying, I want to bring people into the truth. So this is what I'm saying. Like a lot of my brothers and sisters who who be like Shalom, for instance, right? They don't know where the fuck that comes from, do they, Leonard?
Nah.
No, they have no idea that shit's not real. So when niggas is out here talking about Shalom and Barahu Kadeth and all of this shit that they talking,
Right.
bro, that's shit's not right. That's not biblical, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be like Yahweh, and all of that shit's not biblical, nigga. Some niggas made this shit up. They made it up. And y'all don't even know that they made it up. You know what I'm saying? Barakatah, Yahweh Shah, and yo, some niggas made that shit up, yo. And y'all don't even fucking know that shit.
Right.
Y'all don't even know that. But y'all prescribe to this shit. Like, it's the truth.
Exactly.
Anyway. Yeah, so for, the folk that, is asking certain type of questions, behave yourself. Ferment on what you think you know before you come asking anything over here. Please. We're not going to prescribe to your emotions over here. It's not our job. It's your fucking job to figure out what the fuck you talking about. It ain't our job over here.
Honest your emotions.
And not only that, but it's enough videos speaking about all of that stuff anyway. So go do your due diligence.
Behave yourselves. That's all I can say.
On
Behave
Prophets of
yourselves.
Awakening. Yeah, go check it out. Like Mike say, behave yourself.
Right? Behave yourselves. Cut it out. Cut it out. And we ain't here to fucking soothe your egos of what you understand. Pay attention to what's going on out here in the world. Don't do that to us. We don't need that foolishness over here. We don't.
Time short. Time is short.
Time is short, man.
Right.
And we ain't about speaking smooth things.
Not at all. Not at all, man. So, you know, you want to do yourself a favor, then go fucking go over there.
Right.
You know, go over there. We're not concerned with, you know, how many fucking people we have over here. No, that's
Right.
not our concern. We're not going to cater to your ego to cause you to want to be a part of this. No, no, no. That's not what we do. You could kick rocks, get the fuck on. It's not what we doing.
Right. Exactly.
We know what this shit is all about. We know what it's all about. You know what I mean? Every fucking member that's here has wisdom.
Right. Exactly. And then you started out 25, 30 years ago one way, and then most a lot of hosts lined you out. Then where you at now, that ain't how you started out.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And we we ain't finna waste what the fuck he done did to us
Oh yeah,
for the sake of your
right.
ego. For the sake of your ego.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the sake of your ego. And no, we're not going, like Markel said, there ain't no smooth shit finna be taught to you around here.
Exactly. Is there something?
All praise the Most High.
It's sad, but yeah, it's sad, but it's something. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to explain to motherfuckers who, because if we do the math, yo, there's camps all over the world right now that are preaching Yahweh Shai, and they don't even know where the fuck it came from.
Exactly. Right.
They don't even know where it came from.
Like you said, it's lucrative.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and yeah, it was lucrative to them. So go study where the fuck you got your understanding from, first and foremost, before you come over here and tell us what the fuck we supposed to be talking to you about.
Right. Is there something? Yeah. In last words. Right. In last words.
I just want to say shalom to everybody, and I enjoyed it. My bad, Sarge. Go ahead.
No, sir. I just was hearing about the Penny guy, the ex-Marine who killed a black in New York, is being invited with Trump and his team to the Army Navy game tomorrow with a bunch of others.
I seen that was that Marine that was on a bus station it was on a train or a bus?
That was on the train where he killed the one black guy.
What would you expect? Would you expect anything different?
Hey, we trying to make America great again, ain't he? Hey, I seen the news.
Right.
That would sound like a sacrifice.
Yeah, and I seen an article where they was talking on the news about Donald Trump wanted to take it back to 1846 or something.
1850.
1850, yeah.
Right.
Like, why would we expect anything different? Like, you know what I'm saying? So understand, George Floyd, that shit scared the shit out of me, the way people responded. I don't know what it did to y'all, but to me personally, it fucked me up the way everybody responded. I was like, huh? Really? You see what I'm saying? So I'm a stay where I need to stay, and I'm gonna expect of a certain type of people what I'm supposed to expect of them. I don't ever expect them to change. I will never. So whatever the fuck goes on with black folk in this country, I expect it.
Exactly.
Hey,
Period.
we
And
gotta stay in
if
our
you
lane.
hold up, Kel. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. If you think that shit's supposed to change, then I'm gonna look at you different. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna look at you sideways,
Like you was talking about
and
Edom.
that's
We know who runs it. You was just saying who run it. So we already know we don't stand a chance as long as this motherfucker running, or excuse my French, this man's running it, or whatever. Because think about it.
right.
We already know that he got a perpetual hatred for his brother. So it ain't gonna let up like Pharaoh until the Most High do what he gotta do. And we watching the changes. But he hates us.
You get subduing.
Facts.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. People may say brothers like us are militant, and I would say thank you.
Well, yeah.
That's all.
All praise.
I appreciate. I appreciate that, but I'm never gonna expect Esau to ever look at Jacob. I mean,
Yeah, DNA, man. DNA, like I said. He says that he's a remnant. You're gonna deal with a remnant in the last days. It ain't for everybody to understand it. That's a like a blessing to be able to even perceive that. That's how they go. It's Isaiah 44 verses 1 through 5. You know, the awakening. You're gonna awaken the Israelite, the seed. Wake them up. They're gonna begin to understand what the scripture's actually saying, contrary to what the Gentile have done to the scripture. Right. So yeah, so we're gonna pick this up tomorrow in the morning for our Shabbat class at from 10 to 12 on Prophets of Awakening. Anybody got any comments before we go?
Shalom, brothers. I enjoyed the class tonight. Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.